future. Certainly. Envy the lucky guy that winds up with you.
Cause now there's
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
That's right, Fair Lease. That is where we want you to lease your next vehicle. They are fair, Blake. They are flexible. They are focused on you. And where are we today? Texas, not the name of the car dealership we're at.
Austin.
Texas. Fair Lease is Texas proud. So go check them out for us at fairlease.org when it's time to lease your next vehicle. They'll give you a fair trade-in. You don't have a real like energy drink, like muscle guy vibe in a dealership. They're just going to deal with you fairly at fairlease.org. How did you hear about us on the website there? What do they say? Dumb Zone.
Dumb Zone. Yeah, I should have guessed Dumb Zone.
Yep, fairlease.org.
Shit.
Why would you ask him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit him a little pepper in warm-up.
I know, but he's...
Are you ready?
He has not been himself today, I don't think. I am Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
And he who has not been 100% today is Mike Soroy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay,
Well, it's a rare public appearance.
Force them to applaud by us applauding.
We've got Clayton sweating,
No, I don't know.
firing up the video today. We have a lot of dudes.
counting?
A lot of sausage fest
There's
here.
not one female.
No.
I'm looking for the ladies.
Lily Phillips could knock off
Would one of you-
Not
milestone
one?
in here today.
If anybody wants
Bring
to
her in.
identify,
Bring her in, boys.
She could get half 100 in here.
Jesus.
yeah, you want to
We're
do a
all
Lily
cool.
Phillips like thing for the show
What does that mean?
in here?
Yeah.
Blake,
No, not for me. For the show.
just
not
lay.
for me.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't want it. Just
no,
lay over the table. and-
Yeah, I'll go first.
Anyway, I'm sure some of these
Layer on the table.
people identify maybe as a female. Or
No,
have
hold
a-
on a
have
second.
chance to.
Listen to him objecting to that layer on the table. Like we're supposed to treat this woman with respect and her love mate. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, he watched the
It's a
documentary.
lady. It's a lady.
Yeah.
Layer on the table is nice.
Shit,
When you're getting
that's-
fucked by 1,000 dudes in a day.
You know, I just think that she's someone's daughter.
it's true.
I think she
That's
deserves
why I
more
want to
than
be.
respect.
That's why I want to be there.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
because
somebody's
she was
daughter.
Right, she was born a daughter too, I think.
We're
Yeah,
having
so we're
fun.
at the,
That's all. Yeah.
You did mention we're at another car dealer. I don't think Rivian calls himself a car dealership.
Well, they shouldn't because they're much more than that.
They're a space.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, this is not a dealership. It is a space. It's an expanse. It's a
It
big
is.
space.
It's a company that supports women, and I know that because there's a lactation room.
Is there really?
Absolutely
Yeah. I
is.
tried to get one off in there, but it was a little
Yeah.
tight on time.
Jake has yet to come in Austin on this trip.
Are you sure?
And it's gotten him. That's what he
I
said.
was gonna say, mighty presumptuous of you
Very
there,
cranky.
pal. Me?
Yes.
I don't want to hear cranky from you, who just strolled up to the ice chest. He goes, "I'll try it."
Fuck it, I'll try this.
His first Lone Star of the day.
Yeah.
He's trying to
It's
Yeah, how about
working
we
well.
do?
He's
right
just-
the ship.
Wait, but he's dipping a toe in with the blue one. If that
Yeah.
goes, if that goes well, then he'll go red.
It is going well right now.
Good.
How about a hand for Stu from
Yes.
Rivian, because he set this all up
Thank you, Stu.
Good dude.
because he just heard we were traveling to San Antonio. Lone Star Beer is sending us down there to cover the Final Four like they knew only the Bracket Dan could.
That's right. Name all 4 teams.
Very
Name one
exciting.
team.
Name one? Come on.
Stalling.
Come on. That's what I got to say about the Final Four. Come on.
Can
Anyway.
he do? Can he? How many can he do? How many can you do?
I mean, we all know Duke.
Yep.
Yeah. That's one.
That was a wild stab.
3 to go.
I mean, who doesn't really hope the Tigers of Auburn are able
Okay.
to
No idea.
Anyway, so yeah, you wouldn't be able to double check me.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Florida's. I know Florida's. in it.
Kansas, UNLV. What was I saying?
I don't know about.
Oh yeah, we were heading
San
down to San
Antonio.
Antonio, and Stu just called and said, "What if you stopped and did a show here?" Like, because I think we have a lot of people in Austin who are our listeners. And I said, "Stu, that's ridiculous. First of all, call Blake. Why are you calling me?"
This menial bullshit.
Yeah, and then now it turns out there are quite a few dudes who listen to us in Austin. Last night had a little meet up,
We did.
a little meet up, a little greet up.
Mm-hmm.
We must suck so bad at promoting because I just assume everybody's like on the internet and 4 or 5 people are like, you guys did a meetup last night?
Yeah, well, this is a much larger crowd than we had last night.
Yeah.
Can
That
I
was a
tell them
weeknight and
about our
everything.
entrance into the meetup yesterday? If you even remember.
Go ahead.
it went to-
buddy.
So
The game has changed between you and I.
what was the name of the bar? Cosmic Cafe? I don't know.
Cosmic East, Cosmic
Whatever.
Saltillo.
There's like 2 cool bars right next to each other, and we walk around this corner, and Cosmic is the second one. But at the first one, there was a line of, I don't know, 40 people, whatever.
That was a little, there was a show.
yeah,
or something.
but I glanced at Jake, and Jake's kind of eyes like lit up a little, and he's
Oh,
like,
like it was for us?
yes. And then we just kind of, excuse me, past the people to
Jake
the
Kemp.
Jake kept coming through to the bar with nobody waiting, and I'm like,
Yeah.
did you think it for a second? And he's like, yes.
And I thought I had that moment to myself where I was like, look.
One gas.
And he looked at me and said, did you think for 1 second? Yeah, it was true. I'm like, I definitely,
He's like, yeah.
for a moment did. And then I said, but I don't want anybody to know that. So
Yeah.
I'm only telling you that.
Well, I forgot why I was applauding Stu. he has supplied Lone Star beer. There's a big cooler of Lone Star beer. It looked like Mike was the first to jump in there, but then everybody else started jumping after him.
Yep.
You're feeling bad.
Yeah.
Like you actually
No, I
woke
had
up
a
today and
brutal
you
morning,
ate
yeah.
some food and then put that food back in the toilet.
I did barf.
I was telling.
Yeah, throughout this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling somebody last night. So I knew what time we needed to be at the comedy club, which was 10:20 to 10:30. And the meetup was going to be, it's like, it'll be 7 to 8. I wanted him at the bar as soon as possible because if I'm not going to be able to drink, he's like my son playing sports. So I was trying to get him fucked up. So I'm like, well, let's have a good day, son. Like, I'm going to go watch him and live vicariously through him. And he performed.
That's
that was a good one.
That's
Big
a great
time.
comp.
Thank you.
Every time I would hear him laughing, I'd be like, oh, yeah. I remember when I would do that just like a little kid. I'd be so happy for him. Sometimes I'd be like, wish I was out there. But for the most part, I was like, look at him go.
Yeah. Look at him shine.
Yeah. And then, the next thing we knew, it was 1:30. And then it was 9:30, and we needed to get him up.
Yeah. I made it, dude. We're here.
I got to give let me give props to that Joe Rogan Comedy Club that I did not go to. Because, you knew early on, and I told everybody there was no playing around. I'm not going to the 10:30 show.
No.
Just not doing it. I'm done with that. Where's Jeff? I'm done with 10:30 comedy shows that start at 11:30 and I get home at 1 on a Wednesday. I'm just not doing it. I'm run the ball guy. I'm that. So I scheduled to go to the 7 p.m. show to see Kyle Dunnigan with Blake. Mm-hmm. We were going to go to that one because he's run the ball guy. He's not doing a 10:30 show. And then once you did schedule the meetup, I was like, you know what? That'd be a lot better to just attend that. Wouldn't it be cool? People that support us try to give something back.
Yeah.
I mean, my presence is giving back, right? I mean,
Indeed.
what a treat I was at the bar last night, like sitting in that one spot, not moving.
It is interesting to watch you at the bar for a few hours.
To watch me?
Yeah.
Why?
I would just.
'Cause I got a
think it
bag?
probably applies to anybody, but no, just as you're like slowly getting a little faded. And kind of,
Oh yeah, it's,
like some people just leave. Dan just kind of like recedes.
yeah. Into the back
Just
corner.
slowly, he's just gone. No, that was.
But
great
I was
last
there
night.
for others to walk around me if they wanted to.
It was a good time.
But yeah, so then I was like, God, you know what? I'm just going to eat the tickets. We'll just have spent $90 on tickets, and I'll just hang out with the peeps. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, we can handle it on the P&L.
But I saw on Reddit, they said, you know what? It does say you can't refund ticket, non-refundable. That's what you would say.
Yeah. Verbatim.
But if you email them, I emailed them, and they said, here's your refund. So I did that, and they did. They actually do refund your ticket. Like the Joe Rogan Comedy Club, from what you were telling me, is very
for the people.
people friendly.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard it, so it is, that they don't really make any profit there, that they pay the talent a little bit more. They pay the staff, the door guys, and the bar staff a little bit more because, he doesn't need to make money, but...
Then we're the Joe Rogan of podcasts? Wait, how can we be the Joe Rogan of podcasting?
Yeah.
There already is a
You know
Joe
the
Rogan
funniest
of
thing
podcast.
about this happened to me 4 or 5 times yesterday. It happened to me whenever I was at Washed doing Circling Back with those guys, and Dave's like a Rogan cuck. And like I find myself so many times having to do, you remember Rigby from Silicon Valley? Richard is great, but probably a couple times a day I'm talking to somebody and I do I'm not a Rogan guy, but like, I don't want people to think that, like, I don't believe Sandy Hook happened, but he's a good dude in a lot of ways. The comedy club is a great idea. Now, the experience, we can get into whenever you'd like.
Let's go. You want to?
You think I will? Dare me?
You want to?
Look for a sponsor first.
What if we talk about Community Mechanical? That is my HVAC company, and by extension, Blake's and Jake's HVAC company as well.
I feel like for every spot, we should just have someone come up and do an impromptu jingle.
Okay, I'm ready to start that right now.
Roy?
Does anybody want to walk up and do that?
I just feel like we have a...
See, the fact that you're just springing it on people now they can think for the next spots.
That's true.
Matt Wisson certainly will be over here ready to sing. Because, as you said, he doesn't use AI.
I think
just his voice.
community might be at my house right now. My wife, very strangely scheduled it right when I was going to be out of town. I don't know what.
Yeah, when they see Travis walk in.
Yeah, that's a weird deal. So
anyway, Travis actually emailed me and said Clayton in McKinney reached out to him asking for a second opinion after they had a big AC company. Told him he needed to replace his coil for over $5,000. He said he actually had a couple companies tell him, you know how you're always worried because you don't know anything. When you go get your oil changed and they're like, look at this thing, though. This looks dirty. Should I replace that, too? And you just nod.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Look at the filth.
The thing is, Community Mechanical isn't just trying to invent problems for you. They will tell you if you do have problems, but they're not trying to upsell you. So he went out to Clayton's house in McKinney. They went out. There was no leak in the coil. The system was perfectly running. Clayton was so happy he switched his PM contract. What does that mean?
Not Prime Meridian.
All right.
I don't have
to
the
Community
first clue.
Mechanical, and he canceled with the old company. So the point is, Community Mechanical is a company you can trust because we said so. CommunityDFW.com. 469-667-7290. You can even text that, and they'll get right back to you.
So we went down there. We went down there right after the meetup. Me, Soroy, our friend Ben, whose house we were staying in, has a couple Airbnb homes down here. So it was a 5-man trip. Clayton was with us. Matt Dallas, our driver, bodyguard, was with us. And yeah, it's a 2-room. It's the old Alamo Draft House. That's the original Alamo Draft House.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he was with you because I was with him 10 minutes before you left, and he was devising ways to get out of going to this thing.
Yeah,
I know.
I forgot completely that it was happening.
He was
until
hammered,
they said,
he was
let's go.
sweating. And
I was sweating so much.
It's a weird thing. I mean, I honestly don't feel that different than being with kids, right? Like when we went out last night, because we walked outside. We were there for 2 minutes. I find us a prime table, and I'm like, where is everybody? And I go inside, and everybody is huddled around him because he's next to a box fan. And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm fucking hot.
I'll be out in a minute.
It's so hot. I was like, dude, it's like 78 degrees, and there are fans everywhere.
We walked a mile to get there, in my defense.
We walked
0.8.
0.8, which I had to fucking – he's like, 0.7's max. It was a super huge bargain.
Showed me 0.8. I'm like, fucking fine.
Call an Uber.
Dude.
So, we had 2 separate groups there last night, so I lost track of him. And then when it's time to leave, I'm like, oh, wow, he actually remembered. We're going. So it's a little room. I don't know what would you say, 50?
Probably a little bit more than that.
75?
And we did take the karaoke fucking cab. What was that thing?
Yeah. I guess if down here that's real popular.
Yeah,
Somebody
the
said
golf
last
cart.
night anywhere with bachelorette parties. But it's the karaoke little transport thing, and the guy's like, "You want to do karaoke?"
Yeah, so
we were like, "Nah, man."
touching my teeth with the mic.
I don't
I'm
even
like,
know what you're saying.
No, I don't want to.
What's a karaoke
It's like a
cab?
golf cart with lights, and there's a karaoke screen, and
Yeah.
you play jams, and they hand
got
you
a
a mic,
microphone.
and
You sing while they drive
sing
you
as
somewhere?
they drive. Yeah, exactly.
And it's powered by. It's like Guitar Hero. It's powered by how much you hit the notes, like Fred
Yeah,
Flintstone's
that's how fast you go.
car.
That'd be amazing.
That would
dude.
be.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, some guy he just hands it to all. We're like, nah, we're good, man. And he was kind of like sad about it. Like he just assumes
Right, if you make
he's
that
gonna
call.
get action there. And then at the end of the night, we saw a group of like 4 or 5 girls get in there. And my question was, he's an older dude, assumed creepy. Like he's definitely jerked off while he's driving that thing before. Like
But
they're
not
all
while-
in the
not
back.
while you were in it?
No, but like a group of hot girls got in there, and he's like, hey, and he's up front. And I
yeah.
don't know. It feels like a honeypot a little bit.
Yeah.
But so the setup with the show, I guess it's a showcase. There was no headliner.
Well, how about first thing, they bagged your phone.
Oh, they bag your phone. Oh, yeah, let me go to my.
That caught me off guard.
I had heard about that, so I wasn't surprised.
Well,
by that.
I had hopes of who knows who, because you don't know who's going to show up, and there's
Poundstone.
maybe Paula Poundstone.
Yeah.
And I'm just screaming and
We
crying.
were talking about perhaps Rudner.
rushing the stage.
Maybe a Rudner sighting.
Yeah,
Oh, my
if
God,
Rudner
dude.
shows.
Yeah.
You drop everything
Jesus.
for a Rudner.
Yeah. But that's the thing about this place, right? There are drop-ins of
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Shane Gillis might drop in.
So I didn't know if
Yeah.
they bagged the phone every night. So I'm like, ooh, they're bagging our phone.
Ooh, yeah.
We got a big one tonight.
No, and I honestly think,
And we didn't.
much like John Gruden in the Ring of Honor, I think bagging your phone is probably gone now that Trump won. I mean, seriously, you're only worried about it if everybody's going to be like, oh, you got fired for this slur.
Is that what it was about? I thought it was just they didn't
Well,
want
you're
to.
working out stuff, but
Yeah.
maybe that's more what it is. But so yeah, we're walking in. There's a door guy. He's like a cool bro. He lifts weights, but like probably didn't play sports. You know what I'm talking? UFC guy. And he, so I'm carrying a nicotine vape, a THC vape, this charger which Sweet D gave to me last night. Because we were at the meetup and I was on 1% on my phone and the tickets were on my phone. So when you were waiting for me outside and you were like, come on, I'm like, I got to figure something out. She gave me this.
Nice.
So I had this in my pocket and I had a pack of Lucy's. I had like a fucking mountain man of let's catch a little something, but I'm not drinking. And the guy made me take everything out of my pockets, and it was two of them, two bros that were, intimidating. And he had me take everything out, and he just like tapped his butt and he goes, Jesus.
Like, look at this bag.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I was like,
got a little purse.
I just go, what? He's like, that's a lot of smoking stuff. Got enough? I was like,
All right.
smoking stuff? Like, I don't know, dude.
Why
Am
would
I
you get-
cool to go in?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you're cool, all right. I was like, all right, man. And it was weird, too, like when we were in line, a guy, like, I don't know, there's a small line outside, and a couple bros, they were probably about our age, my age, came up, they were like fucking hammered, and they were like, is this Mothership? And the guy was like, yeah. It just seems like it's more of a, like, this is a mecca for people. Like, this is a thing to go to be at this place. So
Wasn't it originally promoted as like
uncancelable comedy
you don't
club?
have? Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the woke place. Yeah.
Yeah, and they lean into that pretty hard. I mean, I don't know. We've been talking about this for a few months now, and I've seen some people be like, oh, you're just being sensitive about the audiences. I'm telling you, it's different now. You know what I'm talking about now.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, I'm just going to scream the F slur and expect you to laugh. And if you don't, uptight, woke. I'm like, dude, there's no joke.
The bundle of sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like,
Not the-
I don't know. It's
Every male comedian, there was a good 10 total that we saw, had a joke or many using the bad F word,
Oh, okay.
the gay F word.
but not really like a joke sometimes. It was
Was
like,
it you that were saying that this morning, or you? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys meant fuck.
no.
When you were
Really?
like, I never heard the F word so much. I'm like, oh, what are these guys? Okay.
Really?
Yeah. No. I
want to live in a world where you came to do a show to us with us today, where this morning we were like, they didn't use the F word.
Well, you said I've never
Every
heard
one
it
of
so
them.
much, and I just thought it meant that
No.
it was the Overcusser or Andrew Dice Clay or something. I don't know.
No,
No,
it
the
was
other
just.
one.
And again, a lot of times it
Like
wasn't
no
a
one had
joke.
any observational thinking humor. They were all just relying on
Some
the
did.
F word. I didn't realize you meant the gay.
Yeah, no, some did, but
the
some
cigarette.
didn't. Some would just be like, and if you don't like that, you're a. And then use the F word, and then like look around, like,
Right.
And
Yeah.
we're right in the
People
front.
are like,
dude.
yeah,
we're from
cheering.
Yeah, yes, and we're 5 feet away from the comic, so he can get your reaction pretty well, or she. And if you don't laugh, they're like, oh yeah,
And you're like, woo.
you guys don't
said
get it. You don't get it. And it's like, no, dude, it's just there's nothing to this set. It's
Yeah.
just screaming.
And you go down the line in the front row. You an F?
Yeah,
You an F?
you look like you're an F. You suck cock, you're an F.
You're like,
There's an F
yeah,
right
maybe.
here.
I don't know.
Like, I don't
The
know.
night is young.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Okay.
It was just, but it
It
was,
was so much that it was weird and noticeable.
and
you
people
know?
will fucking bomb. People
Many.
will bomb.
Burline.
Many. Berline might have fit right in with that middle section of comics we got last night.
There were at least 3 comedians there last night that I laughed harder when Mike and I went to go see Mean Joe Green and Steve Berline do stand-up
That's
comedy.
right. Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas was better than at least a couple.
Yes.
It was. There's some rough patches, man, for sure. But then
I thought it was bad overall, like the comedy.
You know,
the
it's,
place is cool. I enjoyed it. I had fun with you guys. And you laugh at the first comic because you're hyped and you're like, cool, I want to laugh. I'm at a comedy club. I want to enjoy it. And then that sort of dissipates a little. And there's a middle chunk of a good 5, 6, 7 where I just was maybe a little courtesy snort, like not funny.
Yeah.
It felt like open mic night for most of it.
Some of it did. Yeah, some of it did. I was hoping that they would come at like our group. I knew I had him in a good spot to maybe participate. But I don't know. They didn't want the smoke. They laid off even though we were right there. But, so we left. It's a little after 1. The guy whose house we were staying at, really weird situation. He opted not to stay there. Even though I told him I'd stay on the couch, he went and got a hotel. And that was funny because he left, and he was like, I'm going to Uber back to the hotel. And a couple of these guys went in to get pizza, and we turned around. I've never seen a guy solo in the back of one of those white, like, horse carriages. But it's fucking hilarious.
Rickshaw, right?
Oh, yeah, but it looked like a romantic type.
But it was a bike, not a horse, right?
Oh, was it?
Yes. I actually don't know.
Buddy, he was on.
Now that I think about it, I don't know.
Yeah,
you
I
thought
think
there was
so.
an animal?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's even better.
But yeah, so then these two guys are like, oh, we're gonna go in here and get some pizza. There's a slice place. We go home and Mike's like, nah, I don't want any. I'm not eating this late. I don't want any. They get out the pizza at home and it's 2 slices on top of 2 slices. They got 4 slices, and I watched him walk around the pizza for like 10 minutes.
Just
And he was
he
was like a grandparent, like with a baby. He was like, "Oh, look at that!" And he had his hands behind his back. He was like, "Oh, they're bigger than I thought they'd be."
Those are big pieces.
He was like, "What is there? 4 of them?"
Meat lovers,
they
huh?
smell pretty good.
He was like, "Ooh, it smells good from here."
You guys a couple meat lovers, I see.
I was like, "What do you just fucking eat or don't?" I don't know, but this is super weird.
I just grumpy went up the stairs and went to bed.
I slept
Fuck it,
downstairs.
I didn't want any.
I was like, "Wrap this shit up."
How about his sleeping deal?
I did want to ask you about your sleeping situation.
What about it?
Because I woke up and came downstairs, and there you are on the couch.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to the boys this morning at whatever, and we were just talking about, he said there was an open bed upstairs.
Yeah, and at that time it was like, it's 1:30. He's up there. Dude, I don't know if he really fully understands this, but I live a significant part of my life trying to keep that guy from being pissed off at me. Because it's
so
not
weird.
Because it's not good. So I was like, fuck, dude, Blake's asleep up there. He wakes up where's the guilt trip? Where can we find it? And so I was like, dude, if I go up there and I wake him up and tomorrow something goes wrong, then it's like, you woke me up. and those couches are sick too. They were sleeping couches. Those are not look-at couches.
Those couches were not long enough for your body.
It was comfy for me, and I didn't go to bed right when we got home because you couldn't have your phone. And I'm thinking the whole night, I'm like, I want to write this down. I want to remember this.
Yeah.
That's where you need brain notes.
I know. And so I had to get home and write some shit down.
Also, I had a question about your
What's going on here? I don't
the
buy
fact
that.
that you're not. You claim that you're not drinking anymore.
What the? Dude, that's fucked
Claim.
up.
And I know that you're not. But you will still, at a bar, you will just leave your Lucy
Yeah.
vape and wallet laying on a bench,
Can I
kind
tell-
of nowhere near anyone else.
Can I tell you something? I did that to bother you.
Okay, because it
Really?
did.
I know.
Then I'm the guy who's just sitting there, and as people are talking, and hey, what's this about Blake or what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And then I'm just keep looking, like I'm the dad looking
No.
at the.
You think you have to be, but that's why I left it there.
Because someone else was
No
going to go
one-
steal it, and I'm going to
No.
be the guy that has to swoop in there.
No, they won't. Because
you
there were
believe in humanity.
No, I believe there were 12 to 15 people using
In our
2
group,
tables in a corner,
but
and and the wallet was back there. And had anybody walked up and grabbed it, someone would have been like, "Whoa, where'd that guy come from?" And if they take it, okay, I got an Apple tag in there that at least gives me a second to try to find you. You ditch
Oh,
that.
you do, huh?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm a professional, irresponsible person.
Phone loser.
You keep an
Yeah.
AirTag in the. That's a thick thing because Apple doesn't have
I
a
don't
credit
sit-
card guy.
Yeah, I don't sit on my wallet, so it's out of there. But I don't know, I don't like carrying shit around in my pocket. I knew I was coming back.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then you mission accomplished.
I don't have
'Cause
any.
it
I don't
was
have any jewels.
All I was
Like-
thinking about all night. If you want to look at my camera roll, I took 4 pictures of it. Just I was just very upset
I knew,
about it.
and every time I'd come back and I saw you doing the nervous look at it thing, I was like, I've got to leave it there. It's different ways of living.
It
You know,
was
I have
on
to-
the ground in the bag, though, when he got up from the comedy club.
One day,
Like, we all
which is
stood
where
up
which
and
is
it's
where
just-
I put it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
have
then
to
you did
steal your
remember it.
credit card and use it for some purchases to teach you a lesson.
I think as of right now, that'll get you roughly $23 in credit on a maxed out credit card. So go to work, amigo.
All right.
Can I tell you, Dan, one more thing about the house that we stayed in last night and the specifically bedroom you were in?
Oh yeah.
My bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an Airbnb, right? And it's every weekend it's filled. And Ben, the owner, said that last weekend the neighbors contacted him and said he thought something somewhat shady was going down in the house, specifically in the room you were in, because the neighbor said through the window they saw the blinds were mostly closed but slightly open. Right over the bed is 2 ring lights and a boom microphone.
Oh wow, nice. I slept in a porn bed.
And then it's like his rear window, because then you look up at that and then you look downstairs.
Yeah.
And he said there's just a guy on a laptop with a robe on.
yeah.
Doing the
Fucking
the
SEO.
chef. The chef's
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow,
Doing
that's
the
great.
work.
Yeah.
Like a week ago.
I'm excited.
I know. How horny is that?
Yeah. No,
Did
I
you
wish
feel
I
it
knew
last
that
night?
before.
Did you
No,
feel it?
Increase the beat.
I could not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely, man.
No
when I-
road beat, no
not,
road
not,
beat.
not anything close to a porn. Although the coffee table, not coffee table, but outside table at the lake thing was somewhat like that. But the Airbnb thing is weird because
You know, people are having a lot of sex. in
and
there.
Yeah.
you know who rents the place. So look, I mean, like the cast of Friends was not staying at the Granbury Lake House. It was,
But it's kind of like, I mean, when if you've been married a long time like me,
it's just something different.
You don't have
Yeah.
sex at home anymore at all, but anytime you're on the road, it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well let's go now.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
I think that's even worse because to me that would apply to like anal. And,
Whoa.
and now I have the home. I have the vacation home, so now I have the anal bed. Because I think that's way worse than sleeping in a bed someone had regular sex in. That doesn't bother me at all. But an anal bed is like, come on.
interesting.
You're basically saying like it's okay to
What if
have
it-
an
on
anal
the-
bed. It's a vacation bed.
What if on the Airbnb thing you specified bedroom 3 is the
yeah, or it's like it's like on Uber, but
Just put the AB,
It's
'cause
like on
then
Uber with the
real beaters
conversation.
will know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
his
temperature
slide
but
button.
You can do middle.
Yeah.
It's like a little touch.
We need to develop a what is it, a vernacular or a secret code, just as they do in that world, right? A little ATM, a little whatever.
Yeah.
This is okay in this room.
Yeah. So it looks like there's some rooms that are pretty porny in there.
Yeah.
I think the pool is kind of porny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean if you see it, right? Like we all.
Unrelated to porn, he also said like 2 weeks ago, I just found this odd and funny, that the neighbor's daughter has gotten into archery.
Fuck yeah.
And he said he got a call that the
It's on its way
neighbor's
back.
That's what I heard.
daughter shot an arrow like over the fence right into his air-conditioned unit.
How Looney
And it was
Tunes is
it was
that?
like spraying shit everywhere. And then
very-
he's in Dallas like, okay, that sounds insane, but what am I going to do? I guess fix it.
That's very Austin. Yeah. My Austin stories so far are I got into town Tuesday night and no lie, dude, within one light of being into downtown, I saw a bum fight. And it was like 6:30 sun was up, it was evening. People were commuting, late commuters on foot.
And you just put your hazards on and got real slow next to it.
So I was pulling up to a light and was now like about even with the fight. And when I say fight, it was
You think this was just a natural too? Nobody implored them. No, Joe Francis wasn't there,
no,
like paying them to.
no, and
Like you saw
any-
one in
Joe
the wild.
Bum fights is zillion times more innovative concept than Girls Gone Wild, by the way. So like grouping those two things
Joe
together.
Francis didn't do bum fights?
Fuck no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joe Francis is a dirtbag.
Well, who did? I thought he created them both.
No.
Do you know the creator of bum fights?
No.
Well, then
I
get
don't.
off my ass. It
No.
might be Joe Francis. Anyway.
It's definitely not just the guy who went on Dr.
Yeah, the
Phil.
fake Dr. Phil guy.
The guy
okay,
who dressed
sorry.
up like Dr. Phil. But these two guys, like, it started kind of as it was the older guys, black guy, white guy, probably both in their 60s. And it kind of started with them kind of grappling, like in a wrestling video game where they had their hands on each other. Like,
They locked up.
and then one of them landed, the black guy kind of landed a punch to the throat. And the white guy either had it in his hand or had it on, but he ripped out a belt. and had it like doubled up. Now the light turns green, so I have to pull forward.
Oh.
And now, fear not. So I'm in the left-hand lane there, on the left-hand side of the street. So I quickly throw on my right-hand turn signal and whip into a hotel valet spot.
Okay.
And it's still happening, and it's now out in the street, and now they're beating the shit out of each other, but they're doing it at a really slow pace. You know what I mean? Like, they each come in and get a little work in, and then like, get off me.
Just like a real boxing match.
Get
You're
out
like,
of here.
boy, there's not as many punches I would think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the black guy was getting the worst end of it, but he could have left any time. Like, in the middle of the fight, they disengage and kind of like, no, I said fuck you. And then they'd get back together and like he'd hit him with a belt again.
Now, how did the date end?
So once I parked, I got out of my car and I crossed the street. And at that point, there was like a crowd and they were both sitting down. Like, fatigue had become an issue, clearly, to being willing to go the full 12 here or whatever. And then I heard sirens.
Ah.
And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, that was nice.
Ryan McPherson, the original producer of Bump Fights.
Yeah, that name sounds right.
Sold his rights to the videos for $1.5 million.
Dude.
And then in the first 5 years, they sold 300,000 copies of Bump Fights for $20 each. That's $6 million.
Had 60 or 80 of mine.
So that's great.
Go buy that at the skate shop. And then this morning I was telling Matt, it's good to go do stuff not drunk because then people will be like, oh, you just suck at that anyways. Like, I packed in 5 minutes and I didn't bring socks. So I went to Target this morning to buy socks. First report, socks are locked up.
Whoa.
Why?
Oh, really?
I wonder if that's just Austin.
Well, I think it's like
And especially where we're staying.
Yeah. I think it's just like,
Just-
homeless people need socks.
When I tweeted out where we were going to meet,
You wouldn't think about that.
they said lock your doors. So apparently, although we stayed in a really nice, I think we're gentrifying.
I think
Big
so.
time. Big time.
Did the putting green out back make
Kind of
think
tell you
that?
again.
I mean, could have gone a little faster on the stimp meter, but it's a nice four-holer.
So socks and underwear are locked up, and there's like I've never seen this before, but instead of press a button to get help, it just says place your hand under it.
Okay.
So you just place your hand there,
To make sure it's white.
and somebody comes up.
They see
All right,
the,
yeah. So once they had verified that, the person came over, and we were now in a dynamic that I would call the pet store dynamic, where someone had come over to help me, and being the born and raised Southern gentleman I am, I'm trying to figure out it's not a pronoun. Am I going ma'am or sir here? We have...
There should be a universal, like, middle pronoun.
I know.
Yeah.
And because here's my mind on it. Like, one, I could be
Like
insulting you,
captain?
but
Captain? Like, what could we use?
Chief, but I could also be complimenting you.
captain.
So the person I saw
Right.
had small breasts,
Yeah.
but no front bulge.
Aw.
And to me seemed like someone trying to be a dude. So I was like, thank you, sir. But the second I said it,
Head whip.
I was like,
Head whip. Sock slam shut again. Locked.
but in the next second, because of the power of positive thinking, I was like, no, probably that was a born female who wants to be a male, and her little fake dick just got hard me calling that sir. I am a fucking sir.
Okay, so you're
I'm basically John Wayne over here.
you're changing it in your own mind to make it
I
to where
pumped
you're
him
the
up.
hero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you might not be,
Right.
and you're not really sure.
You probably just got to toss ma'am and sir down here. I don't know. You're always at the pet store down here.
At all, just in Austin, you're saying?
Yeah. I just never really know. A lot of people who look like they could be counselors.
How was your visit to Washed?
Awesome.
Jeff was telling us the online response has been very positive.
I think he.
I started-
I think he made that up.
No, I think he's
He's dialed in.
I think he is. He's a
I
big
don't know.
circling back guy.
It was fun. I am a big fan
I
of
started
his
listening
as well.
this morning, but then I can't remember what happened.
That's a super good endorsement.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the.
No, you just shut it.
I'll listen to it, but
Shut
we're
it
very
off.
busy here. We got business flying.
I
We got
know,
bullets
I know.
flying left and right. I got Soroy sitting over there wondering what's going on.
Always.
But you're feeling good now, obviously enough to have
It's
a Lone,
working.
a
It's
Lone Star
working.
Light.
This is working.
Working your way up to Lone Star regular?
Yep.
Okay.
Slowly. No, I'm good.
I asked him when we sat down. He's like, "Oh, I feel fucking shit." I was like, "All right, well, so we're gonna get San Antonio like 8. Let's do something tonight." He's like, "Of course."
Can we give behind-the-scenes stuff? Because people remember when we first hooked up with Washed Media. They were like, oh, what's this going to mean? And people on our Reddit were upset. And is this changing the whole show and everything? I don't think anything has been different at all. Except for when we will talk about like something great like Factor Meals.
Factor.
Like, can we pull back the curtain and say the reason that we are aware of Factor Meals and that I got my shipment in last week was because of Washed Media?
Yeah,
And
I think
hooking us
that's
up with that relationship.
I think that's safe.
Like
yes.
they already knew Factor Meals, and they're like, "Hey,
Hey, why don't
we
you
don't
guys
mind if you cheat on us with them."
link and build?
And if you take a look at the Factor copy, I kind of cut and pasted a picture
Bro.
of my. This is my order that I got in last week: herbed ricotta and beef ragu.
The rest of the spot will just be that.
Salmon piccata. If it has an "ada" in it, we are
Class, brother.
ordering it. Shredded chicken thigh cacciatore, Parmesan cream shrimp, and zucchini noodles. So there's a little some kind of little healthy for you. Dill crusted chicken and cheddar broccoli grits, and chicken Florentine. That was my order last week at Factor Meals.
I think I've had pretty much the whole menu, which is hard to do because there's like 50, 60 recipes on there. Go to what's the website?
FactorMeals.com.
I was looking for Factor Podcast. Factor Podcast.
That's the code.
Is the code for 50% off. But I love their food. I'm out of town this week. Wife doesn't have to cook. She's out of town next week. I have them there. If you have kids, Factor's very, very solid. Eat healthy, eat great food. I'll tell you a little tip. Plate it. Comes in the little microwave thing. Put it on a plate. You're like, where did I just go? Fine dining.
Wow. So you could trick people into thinking, look, he made me a nice meal.
What is this? What is this guy?
How did he know how to make herbed ricotta and beef ragu?
And I'm like, why are you asking every single person who knows me knows that I'm about dill-crusted chicken and cheddar broccoli grits?
Yeah. FactorMeals.com/FactorPodcast.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I did their podcast, and then I watched them work and learned things and trained.
Are you going to take anything back and help us? 'Cause we're dying, dude. We're barely hanging on.
I don't
We need all the support. Nobody will come out to see us at Rivian. It's terrible. We don't know what's going on.
This guy's the hot girl he always complains about. Like, nobody liked me.
That's right.
I wasn't even hot. I was like, fucking prom queen. I don't want to hear it from you.
Anyway, looks like it was a good show. It was like an hour and a half long.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
Oh, you know what else? We wanted to do some viewer mail today. So why don't we do that?
Let's do it.
Oh, we're going to do some – I want to do a tiniest bit of sports because it just doesn't feel sporty today, does it?
No.
But I want to do –
Mike votes we pass on the sports page.
Do the mails.
For today.
Do the emails.
We'll get to a little bit of sports, but not now.
Yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey, Uncle Hotmail. Uncle Hotmail, look at me. Is there an email in your box for me?
We did have Will from East Dallas say, DZ crew, curious because of your trip to Austin, what is your best Austin memory as far as trips and all that kind of stuff? You ever been to ACL? What do you recommend? All that kind of thing. And you're like Austin guy, right?
No, I don't know about That, but I lived close for a few years, and I came down here a lot as a kid, a whole lot. But no, I mean, I don't. It's
Did you get engaged here? You better say that, right?
no.
Because she listens. Where did you get engaged?
I don't know why.
I keep thinking that.
And you had
I
you
said
also
that
had
about
me having
100
like
times.
a videographer and like
Yeah.
no. I was at a fairly shitty public park in Fort Worth.
You're at Fair Lease?
Genius.
No,
Ticket.
no, but you know what? If I were gonna do it, that's where I would do it. I wish my marriage reflected the core values of Fair Lease, the way you're treated. No.
Fairly, yeah.
You know what's funny is I was trying to work up some sort of Fairley Brothers thing, like right before the show, when you said do a Fairley's. Then I punted super hard, closed the tab. I was like, that was embarrassing. I even thought of that. Now I'm going to tell you about it. No. Why'd you ask me about engagement? Oh, Austin. ACL's obviously a thing, but I don't know that it really even feels like Austin anymore. It's just you come down here, it's a music festival.
Run the ball guy hates Austin, right?
I don't like it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
That's not
gay,
a surprise.
too weird.
No, I mean, you're
Too many F's.
looking at a hot chick walking down the street. Damn.
Dude.
I'm away from home. It's a dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened to you a lot.
Ooh.
Kinda.
It does happen a few times.
I think the last ACL
no.
trip I made is when I decided I'll never go on a festival again.
No, we were talking to some people that
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Live
I
here.
went to see Radiohead. Sorry, I went to see Radiohead, and I was all excited, like for a week. That's why I went. But they had split stages, and I was far enough back at Radiohead. All I could hear was Major Laser's
Lazer.
Bubble Butt.
That was over
like
there.
literally pounding like over a real pleasant Radiohead song, and just I'm like, fuck it, I'll go watch Major Lazer because I'm listening to him anyway.
I'm out. I'm done.
done with it.
Yeah.
But the
Jeff.
people that live here say it's changed in the last 15, 20 years.
Of
Because I
course.
have great memories coming down for Texas football games. But it's just
It's very different, but
yeah.
it's still a weird place to live or whatever. But no, I don't know. I mean, I think
I was telling Jeff
it's
that
a
I
good
loved
place to
it.
spend time for your body. Like I feel like it makes me spiritually healthy.
Yeah, I kind of loved it.
The-
There's a scooter every 5 seconds.
There it is.
And I love that. And the way the world is now, like I was saying to Jeff, maybe we'll just move our operations down here. Why don't we live in Austin? This would be great.
Hell yeah! Hey,
Just like
there you
Elon.
go, see? Just like Elon.
We'll move here like Elon and Joe Rogan did.
Dude, this is all because Blake wants to use that slur.
Yeah.
We're like, dude.
Finally.
It is fun.
Do you guys do Barton Springs like locals?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Like I'm obsessed with it. Every time I come, I try to go and jump in that cold ass water, and it's heaven.
Have you been to Schlitterbahn?
You put 2 extra syllables in it.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounded like
30, 40 times, probably. It's
season
been a
pass.
lot.
Season pass, Jake.
No, the only time I would have had a season pass was when we were in college, but we did go quite a few times. I went as a kid. That was a big time dad trip. That's an easy trip for a weekend dad, just down here. I've done that. I've done the go as adults and stay at the park and just get. I think a water park a million times more fun, fucked up than a theme park,
Interesting.
like an amusement park. Water park, I loved it.
It seems
Yard-long
more
margaritas.
dangerous, though.
Well,
Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Just feels like, that's
Schlitterbahn's great. Obviously the river down here, the series of rivers were a big part of my life for a long time. I'm going to come back down here for my 40th.
For real?
Rent a house on Lake Travis. That's what I did for my 30th.
We just recently had a story about some guy in their 40th.
I'm going skydiving next weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's
Really?
right.
First time or?
Yeah. Yeah. Hardo.
It's for some guy's
weird
40th.
Yeah, first time.
I've never done it. No, I mean that's
Yeah, yeah, it's
exciting.
my
If that's
first
your
time.
first time doing it.
Yeah.
It's a week away. Are you freaking out? Are you excited?
I guess I'm not really thinking about it.
You got a tandem, right?
Yeah.
You have to,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
if you're a puss. So,
Yeah.
would you accept the Lordy, Lordy, look who's 40 sign in your front yard?
I think that would be hilarious.
You would accept it then?
I would accept
You would
it.
embrace that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. Do your worst.
Maybe we'll do that.
I think that'd be great.
Is that this year?
Yeah.
The year of Jake.
It's fucking off. We talked about it. It's off.
What if,
Shout out
okay.
to the Lucas in here today, by
Yeah.
the way. We got some
A lot
real
of
ones in
Lucas,
here.
lot of
Yeah.
Lucas at the bar last night
Yeah, at least
too.
2 last night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's and of course the Nico Clown shirt
Yeah.
is very popular.
Yeah. No, it can't be the year, Jake.
At least I know we had. Was it Jeff? Whose house were we at? Jeff, Jeff. I'm trying to remember the house we were at. The guy hated Luka talk.
Mark.
Matt
Matt
Armstrong.
Yeah, that's right. I'm finding he is like 1 out of every 100 people I meet. Because everybody that I meet is like, dude,
We got a sample size right here.
Luka. Yeah. Pro still talking about Luka. Raise your hand.
It's like
We
less
didn't
than
say
half.
clap. Now we don't start over. Like, I don't know if that was.
Okay, anti-Luka.
Well, anti-Luka talk, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Not
now-
anti-
See, there's like 2 people.
yeah, now they're going to be embarrassed.
Like 2 people.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a sampling error bias there, but in any case, yeah. Do you have a Luka thought or something?
No, I mean,
Okay.
I always do. I
Yeah.
go to bed, I think about it. I wake up, I think about it.
Still.
I
I
watched
look
a-
at my scores on the ESPN app. I
Dude,
think
you know
about
what
it
sucks
because
is now I'm sad
one of my teams now is the Lakers on there.
because now I identify for some reason Derek Lively with you.
Oh,
like, a
because
lot
it's him and Luka. We're
I know,
together.
but
yeah.
you're just Derek Lively and you. I don't know. Watching him throw a lob to AD last night, I have to tell you, was pretty cool. I'm not rooting for him to win, but it was cool to see Lively.
I
play
want to see
basketball.
Lively again. I love all the.
They're gonna have a game here in a couple weeks where everybody's gonna feel real weird about it.
Next week.
The next Wednesday?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean the playoff game. Like they're gonna have a chance to.
Well, I don't care. I'm not even going to pay attention to it. Like last night, I did read that like Anthony Davis had a block and a game-winning dunk or something, and
Pretty great.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And it's funny I do look at the Mavs tweets from the Mavs account, not just a fan account, and they'll tweet, AD is him. And then
How's that go?
Everybody,
Pretty well?
there's again 1 out of every 100.
Just get annihilated.
Like they need to implore their employees to say, "Look, go in there and pretend, like make us look better, like you did for Dirk when we had to applaud for him coming off the plane. Like pretend that somebody cares about the Mavs here.
Dude, we talked to.
It looks so bad.
We talked to our buddy Lamp last night, Donovan's buddy Lamp, if
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
remembers him from the ticket. And Lamp, by some, I don't know, stroke of luck, he got season tickets to the Mavs courtside right before they got good. So he had like a 20, 25 game a year courtside package, for like Kyle Collinsworth. And the next year they got Luka, and he had seen Luka play in Europe. So he has like courtside video of Luka's entire career, of him yelling at Carlisle, of all of it. And he was just showing me video after video last night that he's like tearing up. He's like, I sat right there 10 feet away and watched this guy grow up. And just listen to fans talk to him and him talk to fans. And I didn't have a gun on myself. That's why I'm still here today. Because in that moment, the vibes were low.
Crutch word
Hit me.
from Justin. Smithereens. Mm-hmm. Always attached to.
blown to?
Yeah, he said it's the worst way to get blown. Is smithereens.
Yeah, but you never would. Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
news from Poyito. Says the San Antonio Fuddruckers is closed.
No!
Damn.
I knew something was off today.
He said, stop for lunch at the one in South Austin on your way to San Antonio.
What did he get excited for yesterday? Hop Daddy or something?
Hop Dottie.
Oh,
Hop
yeah.
Dotty?
He's like, oh, they have a hop dotty.
Yeah, we're like, so
The one around me had been closed, and I haven't been there in a couple years.
Did you go?
I enjoy that they have a good Impossible Burger. Or Beyond Burger. I don't know, one of those two.
Yeah.
One of the fake burgers.
Tom emails. Remember the other day when we were talking about getting kicked by a horse? Why were we talking about
Because
that?
Dan
Oh,
saw
Dan
the
was-
loose one and was like, I'll just walk behind it.
Dan was out there cowboying.
No, you did? I'm terrified of getting booted by a fucking horse.
You
Bad.
should be.
It wouldn't walk anywhere near the back. The
and I know that I
hindquarters.
should be, but I'm not. And I think it's because
Really?
I don't
No.
really know anybody it's ever happened to.
It's like a lightning bolt, and you're
You've seen
flying
it?
You'll get kicked to smithereens.
You saw it? You've seen it happen?
I've seen videos of it happen. I don't know, not in person.
Tom, an
People
angel
die
flyer,
like that,
he
right?
says,
Yes.
my grandfather was kicked by a horse, and it killed him when I was 2 years old.
Oh.
He had been around this horse his entire life. One day, he walked behind it and slapped it on the butt.
No.
It kicked him in the chest and killed him instantly. Don't
Wow.
worry.
Stop laughing.
Don't worry. I didn't really know him.
Don't worry. Boy, the chest shot
Does your
insta-kill.
just cave in your chest with the horse?
Done. That is scary as hell.
Dude, can you imagine? The funniest thing about that would be the sound that someone next to you would make.
Yeah.
Like if right now, I'd be like, "Doo!"
He was like, oh.
It wouldn't immediately be like, no. It would first be like, holy shit type. Oh, man. Yeah.
You
So
go
apparently
flying.
it happens. You think you would?
Flying,
Shoes come off?
But both shoes just stay in the ground. I think you go flying.
Jameson says that most social media platforms have settings for a legacy user.
Explain.
Well, this came up after I wanted to know what happens to my social media accounts when I die.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't everybody get all quiet like you're not thinking the same thing. You can add an email, and they will get access to your account if you pass. He says he didn't have that for his
Wait.
dad when he passed. Like, you can give it to somebody else, and if you don't have it, then they just delete it. Said he contacted some companies like LinkedIn, Apple, and Google to get his dad's stuff, and if you don't have that set up, it just goes away.
I want that.
Yeah, which I think is the default setting.
Do you have any dead people on your phone?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No, I delete
Norm.
them immediately.
Do you
Well,
delete them immediately?
Norm. You're-
Not even that funny. It's just stupid.
I think
Call one.
I think I might have a couple, but I was actually gonna bring this up today because let's do it here because maybe we can get away from talking about it in the news. There was a murder in Frisco. A kid was stabbed at a track meet. A 17-year-old kid, and I searched his name on Twitter, and his Twitter account came up. And his last tweet was a couple days ago, and it was it was a religious quote like "God's got me." And-
I'll never get murdered.
Never at the hurdles. That's the safest event for me to go to. There's no chance ever. It was not that. But
Do you ever tweet something and think if this is my last tweet, how it'll play?
I used to all the time. Now,
still
fuck
think it
no.
sometimes.
What are they going to to who?
I don't know. I don't know. You just consider. Would that be? Would it be creepy if that was my last?
No, I've never. No. But here's what's creepy to me.
Bad hypothetical.
What's creepy? Yeah. What's
moving on.
creepy is people replying to the deceased's tweet like they're still alive. So if somebody would have replied and been like, "Hey, I knew such and such," or "A shame I didn't get to know Austin. He sounds like he was a great kid." Weird, but I get it. Super weird to reply, "Really sad what happened to you. Praying for you, your family, and loved ones." He's fucking dead. He doesn't have Twitter right now. Why do you?
What if he can see that?
If he can see that, then he would be clairvoyant enough to know you were thinking it. Now he's supernatural, and you don't need to post it. It's insane. It's
So-
insane to talk to a dead person on the internet.
I did an insane thing in Austin today. It's similar to that, and it's similar to something I've done previously. But what do they have? What's the car called? Waymo?
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah,
A
I know
lot
y'all
of
did
them.
one, and I saw a bunch of them today. Yeah,
Yeah, we
that
did
and the
it.
truck. They love the truck.
They love the Cybertruck, folks. The Tesla. So
It's American.
we did one in L.A. It's basically a cab with no driver, a driverless cab, driverless Uber, whatever. And it's awesome, like it's incredible. And saw one of those today pulled up because I was on a scooter with Jeff. We're going over to his condo or whatever, and it was stopped. It was a four-way stop, and it was stopped. And it must kind of read you. It's not going to go while you're kind of still right there. And so it was stopped and it was like too long to where they're letting me go. And so I waved thank you.
No.
But realized as I'm waving, wait, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Great.
Which I have replied thank you to the bots that will
Yeah.
text some, whatever, your info, and you're like, thanks. And you know it's a bot.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But I feel like the universe knows that I'm friendly to the bots. And when the bots take over,
Yeah.
they will incorporate me into their empire happily, where they will kill you.
Yeah, no, I think that's worked out well across history pretty much every time.
Yeah, just
all
bow
saying-
down to
yeah.
your.
They work you right in.
You'll be one of them. So you guys are always getting bad beats. I
Oh, my goodness.
don't read these things, but I did have a couple guys like at the bar last night give me their bad beats personally. They wanted to tell me about their bad beats.
Sure, you
couple
love
of those.
that.
Yeah. So, but I got 2 emails with the exact same thing on this. So our listeners think alike. Logan and Shane in Colleyville both basically said the same thing. Shane's, I'll read, in light of the recent sexual allegations, maybe for at least 1 week, you will change the name of Bad Beats to Impractical Strokers.
Jesus, that's good.
That's strong.
Wow.
But thought of by 2 guys on the same day,
That's very good.
which just shows.
You know the funniest part about that, though, is those guys, not those 2 guys, but Sal, they've said that to each other before. Like joking around, like, oh, what if we just did a whole show about beating off? What do we call it? Fucking Practical Strokers. That's a very good name. Gift them a sub. Let's see. I
You got any gummy thoughts?
Because
Because gummy thoughts are brought to us by Early Bird CBD. Gummy thoughts are, of course, what might start flowing through your mind when you have a little Early Bird CBD. You want to know the difference between your grandpa's CBD and Early Bird CBD?
What?
THC.
This one's not racist.
Not racist, and it has THC. So if you get drug tested for work, which I know you don't, just
I do
because you
not.
don't work,
Right.
you don't want to take this Early Bird.
Okay.
But if you're one of the cool guys like us,
Yeah, that's right. If you're not a lame.
then Early Bird CBD is for you.
Earlybirdcbd.com. Dumbzone is the promo code for 20% off and free shipping. It's good stuff. It's nice to take the edge off in the evening, maybe before an evening out. Early Bird. Check it out at earlybirdcbd.com. Promo code is Dumbzone. I have one for you. I think that parents, there should be like standings for kids in school that you can like look at and know exactly how every kid is behaving all the time. And you should be able to you should know all that information. I hate it. I hate that my kids go to school every day and I don't know what's going on. I hate that I'm finding out when I'm in trouble every day because I'm like, I don't know, what's the baseline? It's like exit velocity. Is every other kid getting in trouble? He got 3 today. Seems like a lot. I think schools should have some sort of portal for parents where you see every kid. Maybe they block the names out, but they should have scores for behavior, who's good at what? There's no, how do I know? How do I know what's good and what's not? They should have standings. There should be a fan graphs for elementary.
So you're ranking the kids?
Yeah, but so right? They give you what, percentiles now? But I want to know.
As far as the age or growing up?
Yeah, but even your grades, but I want to see all of it. And I think they should have scouting reports. The truth is I know more about the current draft than I do my daughter's kindergarten class, and I don't think that makes any sense. I don't know.
So what you're talking about here is kind of a situation like Gen V is the spinoff from The Boys, where that's the college for the soups, and they actually have a ranking system, and the guy from White Lotus, Arnold's kid, was ranked number 1, of course, until he actually exploded.
I did this to myself.
You did.
What do you
I
mean?
asked for
But Dan's right.
You ever see that show?
Yeah, I love it.
You love The Boys?
Let's talk. Let's talk the boys.
All right. Okay. Let's hear it for The Boys.
There's a girl here now. Look, 2 of them.
Settle down, bro.
Girls. Yeah, great show. They don't have any great shows called The Girls, do they?
There's a show
That
called
show's
Girls.
pretty popular.
Oh, there
but
is?
I don't know if it was. Yeah.
I haven't got me thought.
Hit us.
And this was discussed at the meet and greet yesterday and on our ride down, and a little bit with you, Jake. Is there somewhere right now in the state of Texas some sort of iced tea surviving the game hunt that goes on maybe annually? Like, is that actually a thing? Because we're talking about all this land he owns out, east, and they do these weird hunting games and tournaments, and these games where they put $100,000 each in, and it's like target shooting, and they win shitloads of money. And it kind of got to the point: is there a human hunt that happens somewhere in our state?
Yeah, and so my thought was, on Mr. Robot, there's a scene where Tyrell pays to beat up a homeless guy. And then so I started, that's a thing. That's a real thing. Wall Street guy, whatever, they'll just put on gloves and beat the shit out of a homeless guy. So we know that baseline exists. But I feel like it would be really hard to cover up if it were an actual person.
I think to do it, it's not that bad. All you need is people willing to pay whatever, $100,000 or whatever the entry
that
fee
part's
is.
easy.
And then you just need to find people down on their luck or so screwed financially, they're willing to say, can I survive 24 hours or whatever the rules are for $1 million or $100,000?
And my thought
And
was,
both
if you're
of
the
those-
Like Squid Games type thing.
Both
Yeah.
of those exist, and there's all this exotic hunting and all this stuff. Like, it seems
Just
logical.
anywhere in the United States.
Well,
No, he
we were
wants
saying
Texas, though,
because he accidentally said the world, and then we're like, well, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Because Putin is hunting, weekly his normal hunts.
Yeah, so Texas, you get more land, you have guns, you probably could throw a rock and find a guy who's willing to pay $100,000 to shoot a homeless person, to be honest with you. So that part's taken care of, but you have to have like a story afterward. You know what I mean?
For the disappearance?
Which might also be the same people who know how to make
Right.
it to where, hey, if this guy dies, like I have a story tomorrow for how he died. There's a fake doctor that does it or whatever. I think that probably exists. I just don't know if you can limit it to Texas. But I think it probably does exist. Although my point was last night, I don't know, if you just like walk around and see like the volume of homeless people and then you read what people say online, far right, whatever, it's kind of like a real win of government that they're not just handing them $100,000 all the time with a gun in their hand and being like, run. I don't know. You need it and I need it. Let's see who gets something out of this here. Like, the people don't just do that.
It's too bad they don't.
We'd sell it. What do you think? You never said.
I settle on thinking yes. It seems logical enough and
Yeah.
not supply demand, but people who would be willing on both sides. I think there's a lot of people you can say, do you want in 72 hours to have $100,000 in your bank account? Obviously, the answer is yes. What are you willing to do for it? Obviously, that trims down the eligible number of people who'd be willing to do it. But the problem is if they win the game, the hunted wins the game, gets 100 G's,
They start talking.
tells everybody,
Yeah.
so maybe you
So
just
what you
never
have to do is never
you never let
have a
them win.
winner. Yeah.
You can't let them win. You have to shoot them and kill them. That's the fail safe.
That's the move. What's the movie with? You say it was Ice-T?
Yeah, Ice T.
Ice Cube.
No, Ice T.
What was it?
Surviving the game.
Is that the one where they have the cabin and they bring somebody out there, or am I thinking of a different one?
I don't know.
Didn't we do like a movie of the month once, where the most difficult game? Man,
There's another movie that's very similar, but that's the go-to, Surviving the Game. And there is a cabin, I believe, yes.
Hey lads, I seem to recall the idea of you guys doing a Masters Sunday stream. I believe Soroy was on board. Theoretically, Ted would have time between his reports to hop on. Is this possibly in the cards? I know there's no Tiger this year, but I think it would do big numbers on YouTube. First of all, when is the Masters, Mike Soroy?
Next week, Dan.
Really?
Yeah. But if you're
Fifth
freaking
major.
if you are freaking out, we are heading directly south where the Valero Open is being played right now in San Antonio.
It's being played there now?
God damn it.
With the Final Four?
Believe it, yes.
Wow. You really can have it all.
Ludwig Obert
Why
is
would
there.
Fuddruckers close before all of that
Right,
traffic?
Right. The influx. Yeah, we can go down there.
Do you guys want to do a Sunday stream for the Masters?
Sure. Let me check the Cali.
I think I might be doing one.
I'm going skydiving.
Oh, yeah. That's Sunday?
Yeah.
Masters Sunday, you scheduled a skydive?
You're doing something?
I
This
think
is like
on
me-
Saturday, I was thinking we might do a live watching stream type thing for
Okay.
the Masters.
Well, if Tiger's in the mix, I'll do a Sunday stream.
Well, you can go watch Jake skydive then.
Dude, I wanted that April Fool's prank to be
Did you believe
so
it for
real.
1 second or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of believe it now. Like, I think him saying April Fool's was the April Fool's.
Oh,
I think that
shit.
thing is healed. Do you think Tiger will win another major?
No. I mean, do I think? No. But I didn't think he'd win that one in 19 either,
There you
which
go.
was friggin' awesome. And
It was.
we and I
Was it
will
like
go
the greatest
nuts.
day in history?
Oh, well, it was a good day of watching golf, I
It
guess.
was great.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I don't know. That kid's not old enough to.
Garrett
All right.
writes in he's thinking about Jake calling Eddie Money the Mike Soroy of music.
I heard that yesterday, and I don't know how to feel about that at all.
I don't care how you feel.
Why don't tell me how I should feel? Is that an insult or a compliment?
No, my point seriously was like, you're not going to have a bad time. I don't know if it's good or not. I just know you throw it on and you'll probably be like, fuck it, I can do this. This is
All
cool.
right, I'll take
This is a good
that.
time.
He said he figured it out that he says if you listen to all 2 of Eddie Money's songs, that means
more than that.
7.5 minutes is not long enough to have a bad time.
Okay, I just know that I like my Eddie Money essentials, of which there are more than 2 of. I just can't reel them off the top
Yeah,
of my
reel
head
off-
for you right now.
More than one song, more than one Eddie Money. Oh, are you looking at an Eddie Money list
No,
now?
he's not.
Okay.
That's my screensaver. It's just the track listing for an Eddie Money album I don't know the name of.
All right.
I don't know, the bad beat thing feels weird when I'm staring right at like a child.
Okay. Well, then let's close out viewer mail. Let's do like our
That is how most of them are made, though, these days. At a lab.
Most of them, no.
the children.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's hey? Oh,
Ran through that cooler.
we got another
Okay, that's an interesting one.
delivery of Lone Star and Lone Star Light.
Let's do
that.
some commerce real quick, and then I'll.
Can I go pee?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to commerce up some Ownwell?
Sure.
Talk about Ownwell. That is how you can save money on your property taxes. Save money on like everything, because you can go to ownwell.com. Is it ownwell.com/anything?
Ownwell.com/thedumbzone.
Okay,
We're here to
good.
save you money on your property taxes. Now is the time to do that. Property taxes are absolutely insane. So you can go protest them yourself, but it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. You don't know that you're going to have any success there. It's time and money lost. So go do it with, or don't do it. Just go to ownwell.com/thedumbzone and let them do it. 86% of people save money, average of over $1,100 per customer. And like what happened to Blake, like what happened to our listener Matthew, who tweeted us here, they can save you money on more than just your property taxes. So don't fool
Hey,
around
guess
with
what's
these
the
property
best part?
taxes.
The best part
that
Ownwell.
you don't pay unless they save you money.
There you go. Yeah. Pay zero until after we save you money on your property taxes.
Ownwell.com/thedumbzone. So what I was thinking was kind of like
You're so smart.
I don't think I would ever I don't think I'd ever smoke weed with my dad. I think that's a weird. I would, the old you would drink beer with him or whatever.
Dude, we've talked about that
forever.
for a
Right.
decade.
But because that's like a topic, sex stuff with your dad to me is super weird. I don't have that kind of dad. Like I know guys who did, and it was fucking creepy.
Wait, did what?
Like talk about sex with their dad like that. Like if their dad would be like talking about cheerleaders and whatever. It's just,
Okay, this isn't a Gary Trent.
No,
share it
no.
with your dad
No, but I
situation?
mean, those are the same guys a lot of times that may visit your dad's weekend in college and are open to that. Usually the same guy who watches porn in a group setting with a bunch of dudes. You're like, ew.
Do you have a gummy with
Although
your dad?
I know you're back there.
Didn't you?
Yeah, on our golf trip.
He's had gummy with his dad. Would you do that?
That's just
No.
But then what did? Oh yeah, we both popped a gummy. Then we watched Duck Dynasty.
That is
It's like that. It's just very chill. But I did have buddies who knew their dad's sex stories.
Yeah.
and I thought that was really weird.
It is really weird. So like, I'm not into that, right? I don't think I would. My dad doesn't operate like that. I don't think I will. But we're on the topic of fertility. I'm not the only one I know that saved the video they used at the clinic.
So you know the exact video.
Why?
Because, dude, I was like, this is my.
What are you going to show your kid? Yeah, this is what I use, bud.
Is there ever a thing in the future when fertility's more normal where that's part of?
Look at this chick's ass, man. Got me going.
This is the part. Yeah, the
Watch right here.
2 minutes, 43 seconds. That's the part. Like you're the guy on the porn comments on Pornhub that will actually say, "Oh, 3
At
minutes,
1:43."
Yeah.
Tag it like it's the YouTube scrub. But no, I want him to tag it and be like, "That's where I was made, right there." I know the video is all I'm saying. I just wonder if anybody will ever, be that open with their children about it.
They shouldn't.
But people also shouldn't be like talking about. I mean, dude, once you had friends whose dads got divorced and started dating again, it felt like the whole world changed to me. Like, does that make sense? The whole world. I don't know if anybody in here relates to that, but it was the first time I'd ever seen like a dude with money who was like trying to get pussy. He's like 40-year-old and divorced, and you're like, oh wow, you could just like still have a life. I thought you were just done once you had kids.
Usually are.
You're not, ladies and gentlemen. You can just avoid kids and keep going.
Don't ever have kids.
Did we lose our boys? Are we taking a break at all?
What do you mean? Yeah, you want to now?
I just peed.
Well, that's why I thought it was weird whenever we
I don't
didn't
have to
break
go
and you were
again.
like, let's do a spot. 'Cause
Oh.
he was.
Okay, no, I thought you were going to touch base on sports or something. I mean, the Cowboys got a quarterback.
All right.
You know I'm conflicted about this.
Because you love Will Grier.
Because I love Will Grier, but apparently
Do you think the fact that Will Grier is like on their practice squad for 2 years and no other team really cared
Let him go. Let him go.
might
It probably
indicate that Will Grier sucks?
It probably does.
And he's like 5'8".
Yeah.
He's like a little guy, Will Grier.
I don't know. I'm not over here going to expend capital defending Will Grier. Okay, fine. It's over.
You're not like me still defending Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
He might still be better than Josh Allen. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Just sit tight.
I think Jake is mad because he had his D Magazine article written out about how Will Grier was going to take control this year.
Like, he's 2 months away from opening Will Grier Toyota.
Right.
How we feeling about the
Like
Dolphins these days?
So good.
Are we so happy about Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, it's still fun. Still
Is
pretty good.
is Cheetah leaving?
Probably yes.
What happened with that at the end of the season?
I don't know. He was all hot and bothered and tweeted shit and said he was going to go, but I don't know.
We like Tua better than we like Dak?
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
Yeah, what is
I
it?
thought you cared.
I felt like I'm on the hot seat too.
Look at that. Speed round.
All right, I thought we cared about the Dolphins. That's just all a bit. You don't really care about.
I
the
love the
Dolphins?
Dolphins, yes, but it's April?
Okay, it's.
I'm not year round. I'm taking a year off sports, kind of.
Except for the Valero Open.
Yeah, the Valero PGA.
So you have talked before about how you're going to open up and come clean about the end days of working at the Freak, and
sure.
Would this be that time?
No, not yet.
No?
Another 5 weeks.
You're not ready? Oh, really?
I'm sure.
Are you waiting for your
I kind of am. But
severance to run out?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna panic to yank the last paycheck, or anything if I say something bad. But I'm waiting.
So 12 months of severance pay.
Do you think there's a slight
Fantastic.
chance that it just keeps going and it never
Dude,
stops?
Like they forget?
absolutely, yes.
Like, you ever do that?
Absolutely.
He's just fingers crossed. Come on.
Like one more. Because
if you see one more go through, yeah.
dude. And then it's like, all right, maybe I screwed up when they started. I don't know. And then the next one comes.
Yeah.
Refresh. Oh my God, that would be the greatest
Dude,
thing ever. And
Would,
I just
would
fucking.
they be able to
know.
come after him
Yes,
like 2
Yes,
years
they
later?
would, because
They
some
would.
nerd would figure it out.
Dude,
You
And
just
then
couldn't tell
fuck me
anybody.
over.
Yeah.
No, dude, I
You
don't
could
know.
just be
That
like,
would
oh
make
no,
me.
I thought I had 24 months severance.
I don't check
Yeah.
that account.
That would make me super nervous.
And that's why I kept not working.
So would you?
You know,
For you guys.
I didn't want to ruin the non-compete.
So do you think you should alert them?
Yeah, because like
Because
so they
he's
had
right. They're going to find out, and you're going to fucking have to
They're
pay it
very
out.
straightforward but good piece of listener mail on circling back yesterday. It was just like, you find $1 million, do you narc or keep it? Now, obviously, you have to go through like how you found it, but let's just say it's a bag of cash. Okay, well,
Yeah, where? Is there any chance there was a camera?
let's say there wasn't, but still, $1 million. Are the bills marked? Are there sensors? Are there what? Like, I think you probably just got to play it safe. If they end up paying you for a full year, like the amount, they're going to be like interest, penalties, this or that. It's going to be 10 years from now, and you're going to owe them $8 million.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like that would end up going.
I think you deserve it, and you should spend it.
I think I need another year. I think I deserve another year. A little treat for me. What's the threshold on money you're supposed to turn in if you find it? Because you always say $1 million, but
Ooh.
if you find a $100 bill,
Does anybody
obviously
actually know?
It goes straight in your pocket.
What is
He
it?
knows.
Full on.
He said finders keepers.
Okay.
You're a lawyer, aren't you, right?
Yeah, finders versus keepers.
I mean, is that actually a thing, like in Texas or something? In what?
Certain jurisdictions.
And there's no amount? So a bag with $1 million, I can legally.
Abandoned property.
There you go.
All right.
Lock that in.
We have apology bingo from Jerickson Profar.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Did you see that the great Jerickson Profar, once the #1 prospect in all of baseball, brought up by the Rangers? Some might say too soon. Some might say not giving him a significant role. Dare I say, I mean, we're at the Rogan Comedy Club, right? Retarded his development. Yeah, he said it. He said it. He said it.
That would actually be a really funny bit, though, to go do comedy but only use the word retarded in the exact proper literal sense and be like, huh?
Just to see if anybody. Okay.
You guys just like if I said like, no.
Let's work that bit.
We just need you to be mean.
Yeah.
For us to, you know.
But anyway, it was weird that Profar wasn't anywhere near the #1 player in baseball, and then all of a sudden he leaves.
But he kind of like didn't have a position, remember?
Right.
And it was just
Well, there was no
gonna
spot
do
for
with
him on
this
that
guy?
stacked Rangers roster, and so they used him as a utility guy, kind of. But
Yeah.
again, that thwarted his development, perhaps. Anyway, he got suspended for PEDs. If you're wondering, hey, how did he make the All-Star team last year? And all of a sudden he's
Dude, you can't make
Hit
100 on the
340.
test. It came out of nowhere.
he says Braves fan. He's on the Braves apparently.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Were you aware of that? Okay. Today is the most difficult day of my baseball career. I am devastated to announce that I've been suspended for 80 games by Major League Baseball and the Commissioner's Office for testing positive for a banned substance this offseason. This is especially painful for me because anyone who knows me
Bingo.
and has seen me play knows I'm deeply passionate about the game. There's nothing I love more than competing with my teamemates and being a fan favorite.
I actually think an underrated one is There's Nothing I Love More Than.
He's a fan favorite.
Look, cocky there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been with the Braves for a minute, like a month. I want to apologize to the entire Braves organization, my teammates, and the fans. It's because of my deep love and respect for this game that I would never knowingly do anything to cheat it. Tested my entire career, including 8 times last season alone. I've never tested positive. I'd never willingly take a banned substance, but I take full responsibility and accept Major League Baseball's decision. What's not said there is what else am I going to do but accept Major League Baseball's decision. Right. There's no way out of this. So that's about it. Apology bingo. Hit a couple of them here. But poor Jerickson Profar. We wish him well. All right, you want to take a break?
Sure.
All right.
It was going to be like Farrelly Brothers films, like get a hall pass to come on out to Fair.
All right. Keep going.
That time of the month is here. We all get 12 of these a year. So grab a seat and crack a beer. Perspective from a peer. That's right, it's book report time where the real Blake Jones comes alive. Some romantic novel or thriller. Book report of the month is so killer. Blake, what did you read? Blake, what did you read? It's time for NPR on a podcast, not NPR. Pages turning like ASMR. All day we're learning nothing. Blake Jones, please teach us something. entering our bookworm phase. Hot book bitch season. I never wanted to read, never had a reason. Until Blake Jones' monthly book report. We can't get enough, give us more. It's time for an MBR monthly book report. On a podcast, not NPR. Pages turning like ASMR. All day we're learning nothing. Blake Jones, please teach us something.
Dum 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 dum. It's the dumb zone. Hey, Dan McDowell, Jake Camp and Blake. Now that makes a crowd. I love to listen every day now. If he could do it, I would take a bow. It's the dumb zone. Ladies, let's dance and hope these fellas will give us a chance. Please, Mr. Dan, you make me cream. It's the dumb zone, ladies, let's dream. Dum 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 dum. It's the dumb zone. Hey, Dan McDowell, Jake Camp and Blake. Now that makes a crowd. I love to listen every day now. If you could do it, I would take a bow. It's the dumb zone. Ladies, let's dance and hope these fellas will give us a chance. Please, Mr. Danny, make me cream. It's the dumb zone. Ladies, let's dream. Dum 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 dum. It's the dumb zone. Hey, Dan McDowell, Jake Camp and Blake. Now that makes a crowd. I love to listen every day now. If he could do it, I would take a bow. It's the dumb zone. Ladies, let's dance and hope these fellows will give us a chance. Please, Mr. Dan, you make me cream. It's the dumb zone. Ladies, let's dream.
Dragon Productions, bringing you some dumb shit. Got the soul dropping at 3. That's alright with me. I've been waiting all day puppet. Said no puppet, no puppet, no motherfucking puppet. Yeah, no puppet, no puppet, no motherfucking puppet. Said no puppet, no puppet.
They give opinions with confidence, just like three friends, and sit in, sometimes they sit out. At a house way across town, in Mesquite, Grapevine, or Flower Mound. They said we're gonna do our show any way we want. Cumulus tried to cancel them for about a month. Those were some lonely days on such time-spent airways, and I think it's gonna be a little weird to tune into my favorite station for 14 years and not hear voices I always hear say no, 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 I don't want audio. Dumb Zone boys blending sports, comedy, and news. They took their time and paid their dues. Three cool dudes to take a leap and leave the place where you know their voice, not their face. Oh no, well maybe don't let him eat the napkin. Dumb Zone boys somehow pulled it off. What a life to just get paid to talk. It's more than just a podcast, it's a comedy show. Everyone was wondering what would happen if the Hang Zone didn't show. Well, I guess we'll never know. They have guests like local stars, Sarah Heppola, Denny Bayless, who now just owns a bar. Some 690 Satans who wanna be cool, like that Deep Bellum actor, what a tool. No, 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 so what are you walking out? Dumb Zone boys are now so independent, they can say whatever, don't be offended. If you have a bit, they are cool, just send it. Dan loves salmon and broccoli. Jake drinks water jugs and vapes properly. Blake hits bombs on the course. Kemp spins in Pro Bowl divorce. Heart attack man and lovely book reports and business reports. Dad has both jeans and business shorts. He's back in guy, but so am I. It makes sense if you're in a bind. Don't forget about the roast twins. They will demolish your spirit in 2 minutes. From the Den Hyatt Talk Dance Garage, filled with bits and a fan base that also loved Entourage. So subscribe today, it's only $6.90. 2.5 hours of quality content and comedic timing. The Dumb Zone Podcast. Dum 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 doo dum 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 doo dum 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 doo da wah 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 wah.
Well, I love you, Dumb Zone, for all you give to me. Sports and comedy, it's a win, you see.
When you see
4 episodes a week, let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies, it's time to get more subbies. Now come, 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 come into a sock. Blake's talking Argyle, that's for sure a lot. Arrowhead water, always kept in stock. Saving all his earnings, hoping Lindsey Sterling gives him a heart to Jake has got a story, maybe it's a camp spin. It's the only news you need. Yeah, he's got a cat now, it cost more than my car. Wow, he's the champion of sobriety now. Dan's mic keeps moving, think he has a cough. Now his wife's at book club, so tonight it's jackets off. Gets an order in at Eatsy's from the salmon trough. Put it on a burger or a nice pilaf. Yeah! Is bumping, there's something always barking. It's probably Bodie. The show keeps getting better. They need subs now more than ever. It only costs you $9.60. Wow! So I love you, Dumb Zone, for all you give to me. Sports and comedy, it's a win, you see. 4 episodes a week, let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies, it's time to get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies.
And then you got pretty good at looking at their profiles and finding out, oh, she's the fat one in the group.
Jeez.
You had to know.
Were you wary of like the close-up face picture? Like, oh my gosh, if she's not showing any of her body.
I had a set of rules. Yeah.
Go on.
Oh man, I gotta harken back.
I think I've heard that.
Blake's dating tips.
I had a set of rules. Yeah. Cause I had a set of rules. Yeah. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. I had a set of rules. Yeah. Cause you know what's under there. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will. She's the fat one. Collarbones up. Collarbones up. You know what's under there. Collarbones up. Collarbones up. Collarbones up. Collarbones up. You know what's under there. Collarbones up. She's the fat one. She's the fat one. She's the fat one. She's the hot girls will show up. Cause 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 collarbones up. Collarbones up. Cause hot girls will show 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 up. I had a set of rules. She's the ugly one. I had a set of rules. She's the fat one. Girls are way worse.
Blake's dating tips.
Tiny dick.
That's a good bit.
Tiny dick. I had a set of rules. She's the ugly one. I had a set of rules. She's the fat one. Girls are way worse.
Blake's dating tips.
Collarbones up. Tiny dick. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause collarbones up. Collarbones up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause hot girls will show up. Cause oh, she's the fat one in the group.
Blake's dating tips.
That's a good bit.
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 Collarbones up. Tiny dick.
You can't get ass when you're doing a podcast. They left a company that was named after clouds. Cumulus. but working elsewhere would not be allowed. Non-compete. So they went to trial with documents in hand. Pro bono. And made that little bitch squirm on the witness stand. Meow. We thought they were dead, but they're born again. Broadcasting live from the Dragon's Den. Jake, Blake, Dan, and Video Man. Clear as a bell in Kazakhstan. Terrestrial radio's a thing of the past. But you can't get ass when you're doing a podcast. No puppet. No puppet. Undervalued and underpaid. Not to mention furloughs. But at least on FM, you're still getting laid. What's up, sales girls? No more backstage BJs at Ticket Stock. You want to meet Gordo? Just lonely nights casually murdering socks. We're on YouTube. We thought they were dead, but they're born again. Broadcasting live from the Dragon's Den. Jake, Blake, Dan, and Video Man. Clear as a bell in Kazakhstan. Terrestrial radio's a thing of the past. But you can't get ass when you're doing a podcast. No puppet. No puppet. Kip and Bodie. Lawyer Bills.
High five. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. I'm never listening. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the Dumb Zone. Through a news, everyone there's new. Oh, well, now they can't question. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen. I wanna listen to the Dumb Zone. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. I'm never listening. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the Dumb Zone. I'm never listen. I wanna listen. I'm gonna listen to the Dumb Zone. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. I never listen. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the Dumb Zone.
You are so fucking suave. Hey, we love Ben.
We love Ben.
Here's the Ben.
Here's the Ben.
Hey, neighbor. Here's to Ben.
Here's to Ben.
Be polite.
Here's to Ben.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Name that movie.
Don't know it.
I don't know it either.
Anyone?
Ofer, look at him. Blank
Wow.
stares.
Your references are out of control.
Less people than want no Luca talk.
It's true.
That's all I could think about last night when we went to that Airbnb, because that's from Blue Velvet, where Dennis Hopper is excited about his friend Ben.
No puppet.
So it went over real well. Here's Jake to save the show. It's cool being here, though. Thanks to Stu, he apparently has a big budget here at Rivian. Went out and got some more Lone Star beer and Lone Star Light.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And like any good party, like Jay Moore would have told you years ago, chips. They got chips in the
hell
background.
yeah. Of course they do. I love chips, man.
In the back, we got a very nice crowd here. And I just promised another guy we'd come down and do another Austin show. Just because he asked if I would, and you weren't around to save me. So I said,
I was going to say, yeah.
Cool. Panic, yes.
How much are we charging him?
We absolutely are going to do it. I don't know. He said he's going to crowdsource it and get his buddies to each throw in something. And I was like, all right, let's do it. Now, Blake might not be here.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Clayton wants to come back, but I'm totally on board. And remember when we were at the Rivian in Dallas, they have boxes of water.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's good.
And my challenge to Lone Star Beer for another campaign is boxes of beer. Does that exist? We have boxes of wine.
Yeah, boxed wine.
Milk.
We certainly have
That's boxed.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Milk is
milk
not
box.
today, please. Boxes of milk.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the carbonation something.
Are you looking up boxed beer?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that would work. You can pitch them though.
You said you have stuff. We're doing stuff in this segment. You're going to bring a guy up or something.
Oh yeah, why don't you come on up? The doc.
The doc.
Yeah, here.
All right, come on up. Brought to us by
applauses.
One Day Doors and Closets. One Day Doors and Closets. It is a company that will come out and they could change out all the doors in your home. You know how long it'll take them?
Lifetime.
1 day.
Oh.
1 day. Replace every interior door in your house in just 1 day. They have 3D measuring technology.
What?
Judy.
What?
Julie had them come out, and they actually did this at her home. So they make a digital blueprint of your existing frames. Then they will custom cut the doors to fit in those frames. They can do the work in the truck right outside the house. They get it all done. They bring them in. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go to your door. You might have – I found this out at my house. A lot of hollow doors.
Hollow doors.
These things are solid. It'll keep the noise out.
Yeah.
Or –
you won't break if you punch it when you're mad.
if you have
fight
kids,
or something.
keeps the noise in. You know what I mean, bro?
Fuck it.
Keeps the noise in. OneDayTexas.com/promo30.
Yep.
Will get you one door free when you buy one door. Have you ever heard of such a promotion? You buy one door, but then you get another one, so you end up getting two.
You know the crazy thing about it is I only had 4 spots, so they ended up giving me 5 doors. I just have a door now. I'm using it as a kitchen table.
That's awesome.
I know.
940-969-4790. 1 Day Doors and Closets. If you're like, I would do it if they did closets. Yeah, yeah, they will.
If
All right.
only.
So joining us now is some guy.
Some guy.
This is my friend, the Austin ER doc. Would you like to introduce yourself with your full title? I don't know how to introduce doctors.
Hey, Ryan is fine, but Ryan McCorkle is my name.
Dr. Ryan?
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Okay. What do people call you at work?
Oh, lots of 4-letter words, especially if they don't get the meds they want.
Did they ask you to get here stat?
Nobody says that.
No?
No, I love it on all the shows.
Is that just a TV thing?
It's just a TV thing.
Oh, damn.
It's code everything. Code stroke, code stork for baby delivery.
Yeah,
code
give us another one. We can try to guess one. We would have got stork.
Okay.
They really say code stork?
Yeah, that means like there's an impending delivery somewhere not in labor and delivery, and the ER doctor needs to run and I've delivered in the parking lot. You know, and
Is there one that's like a code flared bass?
Always an anchor string, always a flared bass. Please,
Yeah.
that's all. If we can just get that message out in the community.
Okay.
That's job security for me, though, I guess.
How often does that come up, as it were? Once every month?
So there's a list on the wall at
Yeah.
almost every ER that you go into of random objects. And people come in, they go, "What is that?" And it's like, if you don't know, you don't know. But it's everything that we pull out of a rectum. And that's the first thing people want to know about the ER. And yeah, it's probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
Wait,
so you work in Austin now?
Even, I mean, I did my residency in Buffalo, New York. I think we even had more there because it's a subculture called crammers. And
No, he's not joking. No.
Now, why is it called that?
A what?
Why is it called that? Let me draw you a picture.
Why? Give us a couple
Yeah,
weird
what-
ones.
what are you pulling out?
Give us a couple.
The things you pull out is
And the
your
name
regular
of the person that you did it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
full
no
name.
HIPAA problems there at all. But your regular vibrators, dildos, that kind of thing. And no, I'm not going to give it back to you when they ask for it back. It's forfeited that. But champagne bottles, policemen's flashlights.
Yes,
the mag light is in the
mag light is a big one.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about humanity, but we all come to the same conclusion of how we're going to explain this. So the nurse stands behind, and I always go, "So how did this happen?" And everybody comes to the same conclusion. I slipped in the shower.
Amazing.
No way.
With the
Yeah.
policeman's flashlight, a bottle of champagne.
Right.
They all. This is a good why I was
Bottle
naked.
of champagne.
Why there was lubrication and how it got in there.
Yeah, I'd created an elaborate obstacle course in my shower,
Yep.
full of phallic-shaped
didn't make it.
items. I kept falling on them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, the one guy we have, it's glass is the problem, right? If there's glass in there and it breaks, you have a colostomy, and it's a bad situation. That's got to go to the operating room. Everything else, we can kind of sedate you, and we use Foley catheters that go past, blow up the balloon, and pull back, and that's how you get it out once they're sedated. But if it's glass, you got to go to the operating room. And there's we have some special folks who come in, and they get dropped off at the door with a mystery object lodged, and their cheeks are taped together and stuff spray painted across their cheeks, and you have to find out what's in there by x-ray. And if it's glass, then you got to call your surgeon friends in at 3 a.m., and they're not real excited about that.
Wait, someone's taping it up and writing a message on the...
Yeah, that's...
It's like
that
the
was
Joker? I mean, that sounds like...
It said whore.
Yeah.
Across the
I think we're now into sex crime territory.
Okay.
Yes.
I've seen horror written on the forehead, or over the face. And lipstick.
Have you?
This was in residency, but yeah, in New York. But
Is it always, I'm not always, what number did you say? 4
or 5 a week?
4 or 5 a week. Male, usually, as far as the...
Yes. Probably 90%.
Okay.
90%.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's ambition. That's because we have...
Yeah. I could take this.
Yeah.
And we have more in the flashlights.
We see just a little bit of daylight there. And yeah.
So you can't give this stuff back to him?
Why would you do that?
The policeman needs his flashlight.
That was a
back.
cool flashlight.
Flashlight you can have back. It's
Okay.
the vibrators and dildos. You've forfeited your right to. I'm not doing it twice. I'm not taking that out again later.
Well, now I'm just going to use something else.
So Ryan's a ticket listener for many years. When I went to Texas, Alabama, the game, I came down here and he got me on the sideline and was walking around the field and was kind of showing me what he does on game day, which was a crazy operation. It felt like he was like the house, the medical show. There's just like a million things happening, and there's walkie-talkies. And it was super fascinating to watch. And then, he's telling me, like, in addition to working at the ER, he's kind of the guy for a lot of the venues down here. So if Pearl Jam comes to town and they're at the Irwin Center or whatever they would
Moody Center now.
The Mood.
Yeah.
Bless the Mood.
Bless the Mood.
That they need a doctor. And so, most of the time somebody doesn't die, and you just kind of get to enjoy the scene.
You get paid for going to a Longhorns game. You get paid for going to a
correct
whatever.
The Longhorn game would seem pretty stressful, to be honest. But I can imagine. I would just think like Chicago last night.
You're there for any player injuries at the Longhorns?
No. So the players have their own set
What
of
are you there for?
orthopedists. I'm there for the crowd.
The stadium.
Yeah. So we have 105,000 at a UT game. So for every 30,000, you need a doc. So we have 3 docs, one on each side of the stadium, one on the second deck. And then I'm in charge of all them. We have about 50 paramedics and about 30 nurses.
Okay.
And on the early game in September when it's still 100 degrees, we see about 160 patients. And later in the fall, you see about 30 or 40 patients.
All right. And then when you go to a concert or something,
reverse there. I only deal with the artists and the crew.
Oh.
I don't mess with the crowd, which you
okay,
don't
so
want
generally, no problems on those.
Correct. Sore throat, cough, my vocal cords are strained.
Okay, ballpark on each one of those, what do you get paid for? Which one's more?
Oh, for the stadium, for sure. That's part of my ER gig. Like I'm the director for that. I get paid through the hospital.
Oh, that's through the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing is on my own on the side. I have a backstage medical thing.
Ballpark me on that.
Very little.
$500
per visit.
Per show. So you get
Correct.
to go to this concert.
Backstage passes, tickets, get to meet the artist.
Lindsey Sterling is there.
Man.
The and you are the doctor assigned that day, and you make about $500, but you get free tickets, you get everything. Like an extra ticket too. You can bring somebody.
Yeah.
Plus one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's, usually they'll give me as many as I ask for, up to maybe 4 or 5. But,
okay.
And you get the backstage, but it's you have to create a relationship with the tour manager or the venue manager. They're the ones that call me, and so then you're also kind of on call all the time. So any day off, I could just get called and have to go down to the venue, like you said for Chicago last night or Jason Isbell tonight, and that you give up your days off, but it's a ton of fun. Don't make a lot of money, but a ton of fun.
I think we talked about this whenever he made this offer, but he did it for Blink when they were here, and I couldn't go. Did everybody just know that like every artist is just posted up on the IV bag for an hour before they play?
Is that true?
I didn't know that.
A lot of them. Yeah, they really, especially if they're playing back-to-back dates. A lot of them like to get IV fluids in between, which is nice because then you get like an hour to sit with your, Eddie Vedder's my favorite artist, and he took my scrub top and wore it on stage at the concert that night with Pearl Jam, and I was like, my mind was blown.
What does that do? Is it just
feel good,
vitalize you, or
yeah,
pump you up, vitamins?
You do B12. We do
like airborne types times.
It would make Soroy feel better right now.
Yeah, I wish you were here about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
I told Jake that the functional alcoholic is our bread and butter.
You're welcome.
Yeah, they have like a mobile IV guy.
Yeah, I
Same
did it
thing.
a few times. Yeah.
That's what we do. I take a nurse with me. She starts the IV. And they get 45 minutes while it runs in to talk to the artist, that you've always wanted to talk to.
So I think his whole scene is very interesting in general. But then he starts to tell me about last night, and I'm like, we're going to have you on anyways. Why don't you just pause here? So something did happen at Chicago?
No, this was on my shift.
Okay. I'm like, geez.
I would guess Chicago might.
Well, that's
they're
like
all
a
80,
natural
right?
death. Yeah. That's true, yeah.
No, that was pretty tame. I did that before the shift. That was very cool. And then
Do you think we'll have made it when this guy travels with us?
I would do that
IVs
anytime.
us before the show,
I've offered. I would do that.
How great would that be?
I'm trying
like
to think
seriously,
of
we could have used it for Sorority.
Absolutely. I needed you bad. And you weren't there.
Yeah.
I failed you.
Hanging out with
Gonna go
Chicago.
now.
Missed about a decade of help I might have needed. But
Yeah,
anyways,
we could have
in
used
the
you last year.
So I was saying that alcohol keeps us, in business on every aspect. Your tourist who gets drunk and gets on a scooter, they come to me. Your alcoholic.
That's got to be all the time.
Don't gesture to
the
me.
scooter,
And say,
dozens a
he
week.
did too.
alcoholics. That's what you just hit me with.
Dozens of scooter
did not do
incidents a
that.
week.
Yeah, tons
And
of
not
those.
all alcohol.
Not all, majority.
Okay. All right.
Not 100%, but a lot. And then, if you're
Jake doesn't like when you bash his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, no, that, and I just hate scooters, so I'm looking
bad,
for support.
Bad mouth
but-
alcohol. Yeah.
I hate them, but they also is job security.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Get on them. And then if people have a problem with alcohol, they end up in the ER. If they're withdrawing from alcohol, they end up in the ER. When their livers fail, they end up in the ER. So it's all kind of related to alcohol. But last night for the first time, somebody, normally if you think there's psychiatric issues or mental health and drugs, that's one thing. But it's just alcohol. And a pretty functional person by all other accounts, and took one of the nursing call cords that looks like this. Wasn't even my patient, was a patient of one of the physician's assistants, and just walked up behind me, wrapped it around my neck, and picked me up off the chair. And I grabbed it with two hands around it, and luckily the PA I was working with is this jacked dude, and he just took him down. Security came, the cops came, and there was an episode of The Pit this year talking about how often ER people are assaulted. And, I've been punched and stuff by psych patients, that's really not completely their fault. But I may be critical of things that happen with our interactions with the police and the emergency department, but these cops were great. They said they were going to charge him with a felony, that this is assault on a public servant, and were really responsive. So I was pretty grateful for that, but that was pretty scary.
What precipitated this, then?
I do not know. That's what I was asking. Hey, do we have some mental health issues? Is there, some substance abuse, or is it no? Just really drunk.
He's really drunk, and he's really big, obviously.
No.
Oh, somehow lifted you up though.
Well, yeah, I was
chair,
sitting at my computer like this, and the
Okay.
cord just went around my neck, and he pulled, and then I was like,
And
well,
you
I
just
better
couldn't
go with
figure
it.
out why. Why was he mad at you?
I thought it was like
You
one of the
seem like a
nurses
sweet
joking
guy.
around.
Yeah.
And
Did he yell anything, or did he say anything?
no, didn't say a word, and then because the
Pearl Jam
PA had
sucks.
seen him.
A la Akbar or whatever.
Soundgarden should have been a bigger deal.
Give me my dildo back.
Yeah, maybe that was
Where
it.
are you keeping all of them?
Yeah, I want them all.
Where's the drawer?
I'm not trying to victim blame here at all, but I did
Okay.
I did just think
He does have a great neck.
it is kind of weird.
It's chokeable.
It is weird when you walk around the floor of a hospital, it is sort of unruly how doctors don't really have offices. They just kind of have a desk like built into the wall, sort of.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just work my way around you, who's decided this is your office. That is kind of a strange setup, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know. They're just out there in the open.
Yeah, how you
Surprised
gonna-
it doesn't happen more often, I
You
guess.
can't put a button and lock the door under your desk that way, you know?
ER docs are real accessible. They put bulletproof glass up for us a couple of years ago, and there is a metal detector now, but that you can walk around that bulletproof. That's what he did. He just came out of a room through the bulletproof glass, and I never met him, didn't know him, never saw him.
Jesus.
I know I upset patients on a regular basis, so I assumed it was somebody.
Because you'll
I
go there.
Pissed
you know?
off.
You'll give them the facts. And no, I don't know. So cramming, what is it? Is it as straightforward as it sounds?
It's not a real subtle title. Is it?
I want to ask him what we asked each other yesterday. Is there any level, because fascinating, the door opens, who knows what the hell comes into the emergency room. Is there anything that would make you be like, God, that's gross?
Yeah, Mike and I were joking around yesterday about like some guy who's like a hard ass, like grizzled doc, and he's seen it all, but like someone comes in and they take off their shoes and he's like, oh, I'm not a feet person. Like this is the one thing you can't do. Like you can have no hangups. Like there can't be anything.
Like what would shock you?
All of us have one hang up, and we kind of know each other's. And
Really?
So you like, for me, I don't know why, cystic acne and things with the eye. I don't like to mess with like glaucoma.
Not a sty guy.
Don't like that. There's another doc who's one of the best docs I've ever worked with. She's incredible, works all nights. Cannot fuck with bugs in the ear.
Really?
When they come in with the bugs in the ear, she'll like, you're going to stay here until the day shift comes. And because I take care of everything else and I work all your nights for you, you're going to come take all the bugs out of the ears for me. And we're like, you know what? Fair.
More bugs in ears or champagne bottles and bottoms? That feels like it's probably about comparable, right?
I was going to say, that's pretty.
A nice balance.
Probably maybe two, 3 a week.
So you can't look in someone's eye, but the anus, let's
As
dive
long
in.
as it's a brown eye,
Let's
we're
go.
good.
There you go.
Interesting.
Let's give it up for doctors.
Hey,
I don't know.
doctors.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, doctor.
I don't trust them doctors,
He's a hero.
them scientists.
If you assault him, it counts for more.
Is that true?
That's what he was just saying, yeah. I think
Oh,
you get
yeah.
a little public, it's like when
Public
you
servant.
kick a police dog.
That's new. That's new. But
Yeah.
there was an episode of The Pit this year about it.
Doesn't seem like the public servants, the other public service charge us so much.
Ooh.
For
all right.
We're owned by
various
private
things.
equity. They
Actually,
take it
so
on. Yeah.
my buddy Max, my PT, my trainer buddy, went to Thailand just a couple weeks ago, and his wife got bit by a stray cat. He said, so she had to go to the hospital, and they had to do some kind of a. First of all, it was like just on the hand. So they had to give her some shot. She said the worst pain she felt was some shot, coagulant or something to stop the
bleeding,
the thing from spreading or whatever. And then they had to treat her for rabies because you don't know. Could have sent that cat.
Cut its head off.
to our
Send it
friend.
all the way from Thailand to Austin.
Yeah, to
Anna.
To Anna Kay. Anyway, so she got treated for that, had the rabies shot, and then she has to continue a series of rabies shots once she gets back here to the United States. So this was a couple weeks ago. He said while she was there, this whole treatment, everything, they were there for a couple hours and all that, and then they signed out $38, $38 US, and they came back here, and she got her second round of shots, $500 for the rabies shot. You say that's cheap.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more when you told me that.
Yeah.
I did a master's in international public health, and I did Thailand, Cambodia, Kenya, Tanzania.
What does that mean? You have to go to those places?
I did. I was in there 3 months each place doing working in clinics and comparing cost and water purification techniques for 2 years during med school between my second and third year. And what you're saying is absolutely right. But to walk in here, you're talking $1,800 for a facility fee that you get charged by a hospital. So $500, that's really good.
He said he was figuring it out possibly if she was to fly back to Thailand, spend a week or so there and get her shots there, it could be cheaper. So,
yeah, that's probably accurate.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thanks for joining us, Doc.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You get a lot of
Meet
snakes.
your heroes.
Any snake bite on the dick ever? Snake bite's a big player. I mean,
Down here,
because
for
he mentioned
sure.
money, and then I remember you heard if you get the anti-venom costs $1 million. Well,
Well, it depends on which anti-venom, but yeah. No, we get snake bites regularly here.
How about bats?
Bats
Oh, yeah.
when you said rabies, because the colony or whatever, and if you're in a room with a bat, you got to do the whole series because you could have been bitten while you were asleep. So anybody who comes in contact with a bat gets rabies series.
If you're in a room with a bat.
Yeah, they woke up, there was a bat in the corner, everybody in the room gets rabies series. It's kind
Hell yeah.
of sucks.
All right.
All right, yeah.
We're going to do the news, and the news is brought to you by Frankel & Frankel, personal injury attorneys.
We don't want you to wreck your
Like, what
car.
were you saying? You don't like it, but it's good for you, like the scooters.
Job security.
Scooters are good for your job security. Yeah, we don't want you to get in a wreck, but we kind of do. Because then if you do, then you'll go to Frankel & Frankel, personal injury attorneys, and they're going to help you get out of that jam. They're going to deal with the insurance companies for you. They're going to get you what you deserve, which could be money.
It could be money, but what you're definitely going to get is treated well. They know what they're doing. A lot of people there that used to work on the insurance side. So, yeah, getting in a car accident, it's a huge, huge pain in the butt. Don't make it worse. Deal with the Frankels at 214-817, and then all threes, Dan.
Hey, Claire, did you just get rear-ended by that truck and it wasn't your fault?
I did. Cornelius Falcon, what should I do?
Pick up your phone and start pressing threes, you ungrateful monster.
Frankel and Frankel. Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Well, yeah, it is the top news story back home. A 17-year-old kid in Frisco was stabbed and killed by another 17-year-old kid in Frisco. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, misfire.
His twin brother, the deceased, his twin brother was there with him. He died in his arms.
I was trying to get this music down.
I did not competitively run track, so you guys are going to have to fill me in. I don't remember how this worked. There were just track meets in the middle of the day at school. Is that how it worked? So it's 10 a.m. There's a track meet going on a Wednesday?
Yeah, apparently.
That does seem weird.
I vaguely remember.
Maybe a Friday.
Yeah, but I don't know. Everything I did was in the evening, like sports-wise. So.
Or was this like the Argyle game where the coach just got to pick the time? He didn't want to miss.
Well, it's a long ordeal, right?
Yeah, I think.
Dude, it is a long ordeal.
What, a track meet?
Yeah.
Is that like the underrated worst thing for your kid to get into? Because like right now, what's the gold standard? Dance? Just because they want you to watch the whole dance?
Yeah.
But did they imply that at track meets? Or is that a...
I don't know. My kids are real slow.
Yeah.
They're plotting. So
this track meet was taking place in Frisco. 17-year-old kid stabs another 17-year-old kid around 10 o'clock in the morning. The dad of the two boys, the surviving twin son of the deceased, spoke with NBC5 last night. I watched his interview. Such a horrible spot to be in because you know people are going to, especially if you were like supposedly involved. But if you're not, just that reaction you get, like what kind of person are you? Everybody's looking at you right now. You just lost your child. Like, it's just a lot of pressure. And I thought the guy spoke very well. He's like, I've forgiven. Like, what am I going to do about it? You know, I have my other son left. I have to live for him. Like, I don't think I could even go out there and talk to Sean Rabb or whoever showed up. I think I just
doesn't that seem a little macabre? Even going after him. Like, is
to
that
go interview him?
Yeah, is that a point where maybe I gotta? We shouldn't do that. Like, is that? Does the public need this for this story?
It's a good question.
And then, like you said, he'll just kind of be judged. What if he seems a little too cheery? What if he seems too performative and how over the top he's? Oh, look at that, he's crying.
Yeah,
homo.
Yeah, I mean, I just think
Just feels like why not just stay away from it?
Well, I mean,
that doesn't seem funny.
Is
the news trying to be funny or no? How's that?
Excuse me.
You think Jake's okay?
No.
You're on thin ice,
You
pal.
know, I think it.
Why? What did I do?
I think it's because
How
he was
do
out,
we even know you're not drinking? That's
he was out late last night with all of his smoking stuff.
all your smoking stuff.
Gear.
I'm on thin ice now.
You
I'm
watch it, pal.
I'm being thin ice. I like
Can we go to the mat over this?
I like
you
thick
could never
ice.
tell that story, can you?
I want to be on thick ice.
Do you remember go to the mat?
No, but if you are saying I probably can't tell the story, then you shouldn't remind me about it now. But
It wasn't anything. It was a youth sports dispute that Dan got into, and the other guy was real fired up about something that was likely pretty inconsequential. But it was enough to where Dan was bothered by it. He came in and was telling Bob and I about it. And the only thing that was really funny about it was that the guy signed off with his part of the disagreement and was like, and I'll go to the fucking mat over this. And we thought that was like the funniest possible threat. It's like, well, shit. This guy means business.
I think I kind of remember that. It might have been about who was coaching the 12U All-Star team, and it was pretty big.
And Dan's like, I don't
In
wanna bring this
retrospect,
up.
it
This
doesn't
guy-
look as big as, but that day it was one of the biggest events that I could imagine in all of life.
Go to the mat over
It's so weird, man. Don't have kids. It's just going to make you act like an idiot over stupid stuff.
Yeah, well, they're cute and stuff. So you may have seen the image that was floating around the other day of Kid Rock in the Oval Office.
I did.
With President Trump. It's very easy to make the idiocracy comparison. He's got like I don't know, a sequined red, white, and blue get-up. I watched the whole 5 or 6 minutes. So the executive order that Trump was signing was with regard to ticket prices for concerts and the bots that will gobble things up, and then you have to pay this insane markup fee. The artist isn't making more. The fan is paying more. It's a broken system. So I listened to old Bobby, Kid Rock, talk about this, and he sounds super well-spoken. I mean, to be honest with you, like, Kid Rock here sounds more intelligent and informed than like half the people in Congress, the ones that are like 85. So I'm going to play a little bit of that for you here, and then listen for the dork in the press or in the administration who tries to jump in.
And I'd like to take my ticket prices lower, but if I set my ticket prices low, these bots immediately eat them up, and they resell for hundreds of dollars more, and I'm just making these bad actors rich.
Well, I think this is a big step to getting it stopped. Do you have something, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some little dweeb over here, Brian, fucking Brian, and Trump's like, hey, what do you have, Brian? Brian's like, yeah, I'm a cool guy too. I see Donald Trump and Kid Rock. I think I fit into that.
Do you have something, Brian?
Yeah, I do actually. I actually feel that the consumer is going to take the money that they've saved and actually buy merch, which you guys have a
Shut
big
up,
percentage
nerd.
of, or do concessions, which you guys split with the venue on that as well. So I think their
We
money
don't
goes
share in
for it.
concessions a lot.
All right, Kid Rock is here for the end of your bullshit.
He's but actually, guy.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm the guy.
Doesn't have
We
a
don't
sister.
need you right now.
Yeah.
Split with the venue on that as well. So I think their
We
money
don't
goes
share
for
in
it.
concessions a lot.
No?
Those are. We try to, but they don't want to. They don't want to share it in the beer prices and parking or any of that stuff. But the bottom line is, there's money for everyone to be made. There's plenty of money to go around.
Okay, so what I'm saying is Kid Rock has this thing handled, right?
Yeah.
He clearly understands it. He understands the dynamics, and he's speaking.
But is this the same guy? There's some reporter that keeps jumping in. Like when Zelensky was in there, he's like,
This might
That's
be
right.
that guy.
I was trying to place.
Like, why aren't you wearing a jacket?
Yes.
suit?
Yes.
Yeah, this might be that guy. That's why I said I can't tell
like
what
it's
his role is.
the one.
Yeah,
what do you call it?
the buddy.
Just sycophant. He's
Brad Sham of the.
he's always he just wants to make sure you know that I'm here to support you.
Yeah,
Mr. Donald.
So Bob, Kid Rock has got it here. This guy won't shut up.
There's plenty of money to go around. No one's going to really lose here. Ticketmaster, if we can get a cap, they're going to lose some money. But I've already talked to the CEO, Michael, and he's given me his word. He's on board for it.
I was talking to Jacoby with Papa Roach earlier.
What? He put in the work.
So now
He had to call Jacoby in
this
on
is
this
called
one.
The only reason we're playing this. He's like, oh, Kid Rock's talking, and I just remembered that I talked to Jacoby from Papa Roach. Fucking pipe up now.
I've already talked to the CEO, Michael, and he's given me his word. He's on board for it.
I was talking to Jacoby with Papa Roach earlier. And
Okay.
by the way, he's a
You know what that is? That's Trey with Jerry Jones.
Like he's
He's
just
in the
there
middle
doing
of
his
a
own
sentence.
show there.
In the middle of a sentence,
Yeah.
I met the guy from Papa Roach. I hope you think I'm cool. I hope you think I'm cool because I know the guy from Papa Roach.
Yeah, how's Tony Romo's back feeling?
God. It's been a long time since we've checked in with Trey.
Has he broken anything recently?
No, he watched my house last year.
Oh, yeah.
I think he killed a couple plants. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was dog piss everywhere.
That's right. He let the dog.
No,
go
it was human
potty
piss.
everywhere. You don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows.
Let's see here. Where did my news story on this one go? Man, I'm having a problem finding I was gonna do like Austin news, like when we go to camp. I try to find some
let's
Austin
hear
news
something
story.
that's going on here. Well, we heard about the thing in the guy's butt.
Yeah, but the problem is like every single Austin news story is like, hey, another homeless person killed someone or got killed.
Well, it's population control. In a way.
Jesus.
No,
In
I
a
thought we
way-
were
in a
all worried
way.
about. But we're worried about not having enough things.
What do you mean we're worried about having not enough things?
Yeah, food and.
Oh, I did see
Shelter.
Cuban tweeted out. That's a good. We can go with that. Cuban tweeted out that it's time to go stock up on your essentials because of the tariffs.
What do we need?
Are we talking? Because
Toilet
I'm good
paper
on
again?
paper towels and toilet paper.
I think you're uniquely positioned for this. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw a tweet from yesterday. where
My
he was-
wife still has some water from Y2K.
Boxed?
She totally bought a ton of water. Because remember that?
Oh, yeah.
There was a couple people like saran wrapping their house for some reason. What was that about?
9/11.
Why would you saran wrap your house for 9/11? I think it was Y2K.
Okay, there was something where they were asking us to put like saran wrap on the door, and I'm positive it was terrorist related.
Really?
Any of my other like 9/11?
I've
high school-
never heard
you
of
were-
that. Of saran wrapping.
Anthrax, maybe.
Anthrax?
Yeah, because of dirty bombs?
Yes, dirty bomb.
For COVID, we used to have sex with. We would both be wrapped in saran wrap.
I didn't need to because I had the wall already made.
Okay.
So I already had the glory hole there.
Yeah.
Do you think there's people who like? Do you know someone who has a glory hole with their like situation with their wife?
That'd be cool. Like, let's do the glory hole thing, honey. You know what? I'm gonna throw that at her. Just see if she'd do it. Why'd you get this big piece of plywood? No, we're gonna. You know how you were saying you wanted to spice things up a little bit. Now, first of all, she'd be like, "I said that," because she didn't.
No.
But I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't you. That was somebody else." Does.
I guess you just have to explain it like it's not that I don't want to see you. It's just that I want it to imagine being anybody else.
Yeah.
Which.
Just like she does when you're behind her, right? Come on, she's thinking of some other dudes, isn't she?
Fabio.
Yeah.
No,
Very
not
updated
Dan's
reference.
wife. It's Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn.
She loves
Yeah.
Steve Zahn.
The riding mower. She's just thinking about the riding mower.
Willie Geist.
No, it's very funny to imagine like a full.
How come I don't know your wife's loves? You just know mine.
I know. I can tell you all mine, and they all call inside zone like 28 times a game and stand on NFL sidelines. A lot of motion in the offense.
Okay.
It's all those guys.
She loves quarterbacks? Or the head coaches?
Yeah, no, but it is funny though, like a Harold and Kumar type thing with the big bag of weed that he falls in love with. That is your wife and the lawnmower.
Yeah.
He's broke.
Yeah, I have a list of your wife's loves here.
Mine?
That's why I remember.
What do we got?
Yeah,
Theo James.
The guy from the other White Lotus, right?
Yeah, Dave Matthews.
The big dude.
Oh yeah, okay. Dave Matthews.
I like this list.
She loves Dave Matthews?
Yeah.
I know she went to the Dave Matthews concert and was upset I didn't want to go. But she should know me. That's it? That's it? Dave Matthews?
Just four,
Theo?
yeah.
Okay, there you go.
If you want to ask her for more, I'd write them down.
You don't see this often in the news. It's a bit of a new twist on an old classic. A North Texas rabbi behind bars for indecency with a child. So you're
Nice.
like, hey,
Yeah, it's not just.
don't forget about us. Hey, yeah.
We can be perverted.
Yeah. He'd been employed at the. But we were having this conversation last night, weren't we? Temple or synagogue, same thing.
Why did you ask the whitest guy in here?
Because last night he told me that, I think.
Oh.
This is our friend who married the quarantine slam queen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Asta.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first thing he said to me yesterday. He's like, my wife's the quarantine slam queen. I'm like, yeah, I remember you. Of course I do.
It's just you're pretty standard. There was a school at the temple, and he was doing a little side piece. And you were actually assaulted.
What?
The au pair?
No, it's not the au pair. What are you talking about?
The au pair.
No, that was awesome.
But you were under 15, and they were like, or you were under legal age, and they were over.
I was thinking I was over 15.
But you were under legal age.
Yeah.
And they were an adult.
Like 20.
So you had a babysitter?
A friend of mine had an au pair because they were rich. That's what you get, Swedish au pair.
That's basically a babysitter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nanny.
A nanny?
Yeah.
And you had sex with her?
Jesus, yes. I had. Yep.
Was that your first experience?
It was, yes.
Wow, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. It was amazing.
But, yes, in a way, you also got raped, right, for your first
I've never thought of it like that one bit.
Just woke guy over here?
Yeah.
I just think
I feel like a victim at all.
No, but he could, though. Like, if he woke up tomorrow and started – God, I'm not smart enough to wade my through – Okay, if he woke up tomorrow and decided that was something he was really bummed about, right? Like sometimes people have trauma that reveals itself to them later. You never know if it's real or not. He could be using it to his advantage. If he woke up tomorrow and was like, yeah, that's something that really messed me up, I would have to support Soroy by being like, I support rape victims. And I don't like that. I don't like that he could just grift on that.
I won't.
You just don't like supporting rape victim? What are you
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. It would make it very confusing because he's lying. And I think some people – maybe late in life are like, oh, you know what, that was worse than I think. I don't know.
Like I need something else to blame for getting fired last year.
Yes.
And I can trace it all the way back to my shortcomings.
Was it an ongoing relationship?
No. It was a one-off.
Just once?
Yeah.
Did you love her? I mean, was she satisfied or did you bust?
Yeah, was it very quick?
Yeah, it was very quick. I have no recollection.
Did you have shoes on?
Of her satisfaction level. No, because it was overnight.
Because I feel like that says a lot about the interaction, right? Like if you still have shoes on, then it was probably a pretty quick situation. So are you not fascinated? Groundwork?
Oh yeah,
I would regularly spend the night.
Okay.
So you knew her for quite some time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there any alcohol or anything involved?
No, I don't. I really don't recall. I think we made out once.
Okay.
And then
So you're.
I think she accelerated it. So I think I was like, what's happening here? I was just so scared, and she was taking advantage of me. And then I didn't know what happened, Jake. And now here I am today.
Where was your buddy then?
In his room.
Okay.
Does he know?
Yeah.
He knew right away?
Yep.
2 minutes later?
When I ran in a high five. That buddy, I won't even say his name, but he is in the photograph of Michael Jordan dunking from the free throw line in Chicago, like maybe the most famous basketball photo. He's right under Michael Jordan's knee. And every time I see that picture, I look directly for him. You can find him. His brother's in a Hugo Boss sweater, and he is my buddy Josh.
Have you ever interacted with this lady again?
Never.
You ever look her up on Facebook?
I don't even know her name.
No.
Because she said like a Swedish name. I don't even remember what it was.
Was it Ingrid?
No, that's a great guess. We'll go with that. I don't recall.
You would say that she was attractive, not just like by a horny child.
Yeah,
standpoint.
yes.
She was.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Just I think pretty. Yeah. Blonde. I remember.
Damn.
Then we had a gap after that one. Until we.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Got back in business.
That'll happen.
Got back in the game.
All right, there's your news.
the Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.
The Dumb Zone presents.
Oh, I got a bunch of birthdays too.
Today in
here.
history.
Ben, by the way, confirmed it was a bike that took him home on the rickshaw, not a horse, Jake, as he was listening.
Oh, yeah. I want to promote a couple things that we're going to be doing. Of course, tomorrow, we've said this a million times today, Lone Star Beer is sending us down to the Rose of San Antonio. Says here, downtown's premier cocktail bar.
It's the Jordan Dunk pictures, my friend.
So join us tomorrow in San Antonio. Thank you, Lone Star Beer. And if you want to get some, I think they'll have a little bit of merch there for some giveaways. But you could also go to LoneStarBeer.com. DumbZone 21, right?
Indeed.
Okay. Whew. Is the promo code. You get 21% off any Lone Star merch, like this hat that I'm wearing, or that shirt that Matt Wisson is wearing. Thank you, Lone Star Beer. But also, we're going to be out at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. But this is our first promotion of that, and it's going to be Friday, May 2nd. And so we'll be at the Byron.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our program, the Dumb Zone. From what I understand, the mom game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be out there with Julie and Emily Jones. And, but all those things are not really why we're getting excited. We're going to get real excited because not only is Cash Soroy going to be with us, with Danny Bayless, but also Mike Soroy.
Wow. A golf Friday,
Shocking.
Mike Soroy. Hopefully he can recover.
Thank you. We'll be cheering for some of the highest ranked golfers of any PGA tournament, 100 ranked in America or worse. Keith Mitchell will be there.
I think that sounds great. General admission is $75 to the Byron Nelson. You want
And I love Cashmere Keith Mitchell, who's known as the best dressed man on the PGA Tour.
They're all your favorites. All of your favorite golfers.
I go every year.
Yes.
And I love
we'll
it.
be there this year.
Byron Nelson. How about that? The fifth major.
No.
That's what they call it. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, birthdays.
Come see us. That'll be a party.
Some viewer mail birthdays. To start, we have Dear Uncle Muff Muncher, baster of the bearded clam.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the bearded clam one.
Thursday.
That's gross.
Is the birthday of the Trucker.
Wow.
It is her Saquon Barkley plus A.J. Brown plus Devontae Smith plus Jake Elliott minus Nolan Smith Jr. minus Jalen Hurts minus Bryce Huff birthday. And if you know Matt, it probably is that. He probably added those things together.
On a spreadsheet.
Yeah. She was woken up in that special way as usual, which is odd because Matt's with us.
Yeah.
And she's at home.
Yeah. Look.
She once sat next to a guy who was related to Genghis Khan. She has walked one foot in front of the other for 42 consecutive years. She is considering asking Kathy for a wife swap. Oh, wait. And then he writes, just kidding, Dan.
Oh.
Damn, that would have been so great. Anyway, happy birthday to the best wife ever. I couldn't do any of this without you. I don't believe that at all.
She's badass. I do kind of believe that.
I think Matt can do a lot of
There's
things.
probably a joke in here that I'm missing, but isn't like a fourth of Asia related to Genghis Khan? Is that the joke? Okay.
All right, that's from Matt Dallas, who's right over there, folks.
There he is.
Everybody
The
knows.
Great Matt. He's MVP.
Greetings from Hawaii, master of Minge. I want to wish a belated birthday to my daughter,
Feels
Ella,
British.
who turned 19 last week, and to my wife, Karen, has a birthday on 4/3. That's today. Her furniture leaders are black toilets everywhere.
Nice.
Jake's lakeside patio table and Bandit's cuck chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there.
Less potbelly talk, more Cane Rosso talk. See at a future remote, Jay Jerrier. We know Jay.
Yeah.
We know Jay. Greetings, the vaginal plain dealer Dan and sober Jake. It is the 35th birthday of my brother, day 1 DF number 313, Ben Carpenter. His leaders are Jim Knox Gainers and Run the Ball Blake. Best wishes from the Cuyahoga Valley from Lee Carpenter. Just a couple more. Dear Uncle Hotmail, day 1 DF Michael Strobe or Stroby or Straby. How would you say that? Strobe?
I don't know. I just listen to.
Happy Dirk birthday. His leaders are pulling guards, bad beats, and only filling his gas tank halfway to save money. He'd like to hear any Blake drop. Thanks and keep on keeping on.
Fresh out.
From Jaybird.
What I've done is awesome.
Why do you
Pete
sound
Giddy.
so country on that
See,
one?
Fallon Brenneman did a college football game.
I saw that, Blake.
We need we should release a Blake ASMR. Like the calm
If we can make money, right?
You got another birthday or something?
Oh.
Now he's a producer.
Starting to pack up.
Liberator of the labia. Want
Yeah.
to send my yearly
There you
request
go.
for birthday wish to my favorite
Hold on a
lawyer,
second.
Zach Groover.
If you think this guy's packing up and leaving in this traffic, no way. Run the ball guy and get on the freeway at 5 o'clock.
It's 5:05, brother.
Yeah. Sorry,
Settle in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Zach Groover, ideal target listener. He is peak run the ball dad, middle-aged bald man, and he likes the occasional gummy product. More promotion for your subscription offering on free shows. Do you know we can subscribe? You could subscribe.
Yeah.
Today's a subscription-free show, but if you want to get the good behind-the-scenes stuff, you can go to patreon.com/thedumbzone. Thank you. More Julian Soroy, less crypto guy, and Jake recording people in the bathroom. You sicko.
A lot of people were mad at you for that.
I heard.
High fives and moosing. This is from your marketing friend who
The
has cited
moosening.
Josh. This is Josh. Sorry, Blake, for making you feel dumb. Remember Josh Loynette, our marketing friend? We talked to him?
Yeah.
You said you felt like an idiot after we talked to him?
That's with most people, yeah.
And dear Uncle Basher of the Brown Eye, yesterday was Craig Wolfman's birthday. He turned 43. His leaders are House Cats, the guy who wouldn't F a hooker to the DZ theme song.
That was great.
Man had a code.
Yep.
And Dan's can of snakes shooting into another can of snakes. More Sarah and the other broad who went to the city council thing.
Jasmine.
Less TC. Also, I propose that we DZ P1s I self-identify as puppets in lieu of dumb Fs. It gives good irony. From Johnny B.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty solid puppets.
You think?
I kind of like it.
I was thinking
More
like
DFs right now?
I got a bunch of flags made. They're in the car.
Oh.
It just says Puppet Bag Nation.
All right.
Would fly.
Again, I already got them printed, so.
All right, stick with it.
So it's Thursday, April 3rd. On this day in 1968, Martin Luther King, the Jr., delivered his final speech. He didn't know it would be.
Yeah. Or did he?
Maybe he did. Do you think he's really dead?
I wish we knew.
On this day in 1973 was the first handheld portable telephone demonstration. Motorola executive Martin Cooper called Joel Engel of Bell Labs using a Motorola device that looked like a small domesticated version of military walkie-talkies and weighed less than 3 pounds.
Impressive. The next day, he switched to a Primeco phone.
On this day in 1996,
There's at least one of you fucking.
Unabomber Ted Kaczynski arrested.
Speaking of, hey, I'm not a fan, but you know.
On this day in 2004,
Read the whole thing.
You know.
Read the whole thing.
Freddie Adu.
Oh, my
became the
goodness.
youngest athlete
Future.
in a major American sport in over a century, it says, at age 14.
It's not his fault at all, but that guy literally might have set back soccer in this country 25 years. It's like every fucking SI Kids article, or every cover for a year.
If he was actually good, it would have been great for soccer, right?
Yeah.
Like if right now he's dominating.
Yeah, but they had built him up to be like, you know.
I don't know, like LeBron,
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yes.
So we have a history of
Sure.
doing that. And
That's true, yeah.
you just got to get the right one.
We just see so many more in basketball, so we know pretty quickly, like, you're not it. Oh. I think he dated Mishrod. That's what I'm saying.
And on this day in 2012, Brittany Griner led the Baylor Ladies Bears, is whatever they're called, to an undefeated season. They won the Natty on this day in 2012. The first team in NCAA history to win 40 games. So,
She was later involved in a big trade deadline deal. Sports.
she loves the gummies. You think she just smokes or just eats gummies?
No, it was a pin, wasn't it? It was a cartridge.
Was it?
Yeah.
Other birthdays today, Tyler Smith, 24.
Bob.
He's good.
Deshaun Stevenson is 44.
Legend.
Man, I loved him.
Mm-hmm.
ATM in his house, right?
Really?
I think so.
Is that his fit?
I believe it is. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
ATM in the house.
What?
How many NBA players that make just that silly money? They get they have barbers come to their house, right?
Yeah, I would do
They
that.
have who had the fountain drink thing in their house? Recently we were talking about somebody that had that. But it's just that you know.
Shaq, maybe? I don't know.
Like the one at Fuddruckers?
Yeah, somebody had one of those recently that we were talking about. That had, anyway. Will Greer.
Oh, it was fucking Mini-Me.
Mini-Me. Right. You suddenly come into a ton of money.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I just want to do this. I've always wanted this.
Yeah.
Like, I've always wanted a workbench. For
Yeah,
some reason.
sure.
But,
nice lawn.
Yeah, these
Like,
people.
no, Mountain Dew in my living room.
Will Greer, 30. When I wrote this morning, I typed this morning, and I just typed out current Cowboys backup quarterback, and now I got to change that already.
I've not been notified of a depth chart change, sir.
Koji Uehara is 49. Former Ranger. He was in the Chris Davis trade. Oh, the Chris Davis trade with the Orioles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They made it. Was that, what? How far did they make it that year?
Nobody knows.
He was fun.
Jamal Williams is 30. What I have written here next to him, it says, great opening press conference with the Saints.
Yeah.
Why? What was great?
He just had multiple personalities. He was talking very weird.
Jamal Williams is a fun type player that 15 years from now, when he goes into a Wendy's with an Uzi, we're all going to be like, oh, I think the guy had CTE. Like the whole time that he was, I don't know.
So, did you see, it's floating around, maybe we'll play it tomorrow, but Jameis, his opening thing with the Giants, opening interview?
I haven't seen it, no.
It's real wild, and I just feel like Jameis is the new bacon.
I'm starting to come around on that idea.
Just too much. All right, okay, he's being real wacky, saying really funny things and pronouncing this funny. It's okay. He's Jameis.
It's almost like I feel.
But I'd love it if he was a backup here.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Dak would feel threatened. Too much swag.
Yeah. Like any. Like Dak needs the most boring. Dak, if you want Dak to be exciting, you have to have Cooper Rush as his backup. That makes Dak look colorful and fun.
Right. Joe Milton's threatening.
Cam Chancellor, 37.
Wow.
Jared Allen is 43.
That guy loved 69.
Mm-hmm.
Born in Dallas. Olympic gold medal ski racer Peekaboo Street, 54. Not a Las Vegas escort. Not every Olympian, Blake, is a Las Vegas escort.
Susie Favor Hamilton?
Jane Goodall is 91.
Chimps or apes?
Gorillas in the Mist.
Monkey Lady. Alec Baldwin, 67.
That's a rough life. Killed somebody, you know.
Eddie Murphy, 64.
Seems a bit unhappy.
Jenny Garth, 53. From Beverly Hills 90210. Adam Scott, 52.
Were you into that stuff?
Golf?
Funny.
No, like
Golf or funny?
90210?
Not really.
Melrose
no,
Place?
actually, no.
I don't know.
No, none of them.
Adam Scott, the funny one. Step Brothers. Severance, not as funny, but you a Severance guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You and me.
You and KT.
We had Adam Scott on right after Step Brothers, I believe.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was he good?
I don't know. Amanda Bynes is 39. Says here,
Boy.
former actor.
What happened to her?
Yeah, I don't know. I know she got 5150 in L.A. one day where she was, like, naked in the middle of the street. I think she was, like, a Nickelodeon kid that went crazy or something.
Speaking of the L.A. streets, I've just been seeing a lot of Heat clips out there with Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Does that have you pretty excited?
Oh, my God, man. I spent 20 or so minutes on YouTube just
if we're gonna bring
the
back
Chrissy highlight reel.
If we bring back High Tea Movie of the Month or whatever, do you want to do Heat? Like full breakdown? Hardcore?
If you wanted to do Heat, like every day our job is we'll just watch Heat and talk about Heat the next day, I'll do it.
Rachel Bloom, 38. Says here, actor, comedian.
Who?
Wayne Newton, 83. Mick Mars from Motley Crue, 69. And our Jake birthday of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it? Like, who you should have known. Like, you noticed, like, he was right up on Adam today.
Yeah.
Ready to roll, and you're like, God, you got in that late.
Ryan Nunez from the 98 Longhorn team. Or
No, this is why you're in such a good mood.
Chris Rabb.
David Hyde Pierce, 66.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, come on.
This better not be Frazier.
It is Frazier. It's absolutely Frazier.
That's Niles. Niles and Frazier.
Yeah, man.
Guy loves Frazier.
There was like a whole group of people that unironically for a period of time were saying like I'm more of a Niles guy.
Did we give that one to Noviello?
Yeah. What? Just
Did
the
Noviello
show?
bring up Frazier when you were on the show?
I don't know.
He brought up the leather jacket.
Yeah.
Says here you're in a leather jacket phase in high school.
Oh, yeah, he definitely did.
That wasn't true.
I don't know, man.
I was no.
Born in the Stay Now Dead, William Wallace. Give me a year he lived.
Oh, man. That's
Sir
a good
William
one.
Wallace.
Who's that?
Fought for Scotland. He's what's the movie?
Braveheart.
Not a Braveheart guy? Mm-mm. I feel like there's a lot of cool movies that this idiot needs to see.
I agree.
Never seen it.
Mel Gibson had his face painted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you did see it, though. All right.
I didn't think I needed to see that.
And Marlon Brando.
What's the year?
You want to guess one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll play. 1426.
1517.
1980.
Everybody's wrong. He only lived 35 years. 1270 to 1305.
Okay.
See how fast I did that math in my head, too?
I got to be honest
Pretty
with you.
kick-ass.
Yeah.
They're in my head, and I don't know anything about anything. 1200 and 1500, same year, folks. Nothing different.
Yep.
Like you said that as if I'm like, oh, yeah, he wasn't alive during
that
that.
was off.
It's the same year to me.
Centuries.
Yeah.
How about 800?
Same. Although you're getting a little bit closer to what we in the field of academia, we call it Bible times. And I think that's like 700. So if you say 700,
700 and below is Bible?
I'm like, oh, Bible. Yeah, but somewhere around 800, I start thinking about
everything's the same until 16.
Yeah, there's a. I don't have any idea how the world has developed.
No.
To be honest, it's what I spend half the time on ChatGPT doing them.
Yeah.
Dead on the Stay Still Dead. You got Jesse James, not the adult film actress. I
thought he was a motorcycle guy.
Gunslinger.
Isn't Jesse James an adult film person or no?
Girl, right?
Lady.
I thought that was the one.
Jesse
that made
James is a female porn star. Jesse James is old Wild West gunslinger, and who's the motorcycle guy? It's a good with
Jesse James,
the guy with like Gwyneth Paltrow or something.
Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah, he's the one who made or Sandra Bullock bleached her pubes for.
That's right.
And it burned her.
And also died on this day, still dead, Rob Pilatus. He was one half of Milli Vanilli. Do you remember that bit?
Of course.
Well, good.
That's really good.
In history.
How are we all feeling? Well, thank you, Austin. Thank you, Rivian.
Thank you, Rivian.
Can we give a quick closing remark to Stu?
Yeah, we're Stu.
Come on over here, Stu.
Yeah.
Stu, come on down. Stu.
Stu.
Not a good chanting name, but a good booing.
Stu. Yeah, I like that.
Rivian. I originally thought you said Sibian showroom when I agreed to come on this trip. But these cars are amazing. I've learned.
That's going to be my next gig.
What's up, Stu?
How we doing, guys?
Well, thanks for having us, man.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This is the new model. It's a little more compact.
But it can still.
It's all electric.
10 hours on a charge.
I don't know if they do as many events in their spaces
Right.
as we'll do here, but different style of events.
Yeah.
We probably won't have you guys out. I just got a few things. One, Blake has the Beehive. And I was wondering if Clayton, we got a few Beehive members here. I was wondering if Clayton has anything yet, and I have an idea to pitch, if that's okay.
All right.
You are a marketing guy.
That's right. Clayton, your last name's Kimbrough. So I was wondering if I could be the first official. I watched you work today. It's incredible watching you work. Kimbroni.
Okay.
First Kimbroni. How do we
I'll
feel
be the
about
second
it?
Kimbroni.
Okay, there we go.
I'll
Cool.
join you.
There we go. President, vice president of the fan club. That's great. So I don't know.
How's your
Kimbroni's.
Make Reveille a Mud Again campaign going?
Mrama.com, makerevelmudagain.com is going good. Yeah, clicks are through the roof.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're really makerevelmudagain.com. That once again is the campaign to make Reveille, the mascot of Texas A&M University, a mutt once again, like it was when we won our fake national championship. So that's
The campaign's going.
You're an Aggie,
Yeah.
so you can say that.
I am. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys have a jar here or no?
Yeah, I keep it in. It's in the office. It's an office jar. It's against company policy, but they're make the exception for us. I just have two quick plugs, and then we'll do gifts. I think the first plug, if this is acceptable, is one. Go to fairlease.com. Fairlease.com, is that right?
Fairlease.org.
Fairlease.org.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's right.
Fairlease.org.
See, he was testing us.
It was a test. That was absolutely a test. Go to fairlease.org. Check it out. Also, they have, Mike, they have previously leased vehicles there that are for sale that you can buy. You should check it out. Incredible prices. I looked at it. I think it's great. Really good prices. Not joking around. There's really good deals there.
So you were excited at how fair Fairlease was.
Extremely fair
saying,
prices.
Go ahead and
on their
do a show at
previously leased
another
vehicles.
car place.
Exactly.
We're cool. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you look all over Fairlease and you talk to them and can't find a deal, and you look at their previously used vehicles, leased vehicles, and you can't find a deal there, then I would take a look at Rivian.com if you want to. Only if you want to.
So you're saying first go to Fairlease.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, look at
probably.
that. He's not going to sleep with you.
That's right. But if you go to Rivian.com, you'll see that perhaps there's a $10,500 discount on leases for our max range, which is up to 420 miles, if you do a trade-in.
Yeah.
So just want to throw that out there.
There you go, Mike.
420 miles, bro.
Yeah,
Blew my
that's
mind
exactly right.
today.
Yeah. Yes, that's why we positioned you guys right here by this 420 sign. seriously, if anybody out there is interested in Rivian and like doesn't want to go through all the things, you can email me, Stu, S-T-U, Hill, H-I-L-L, @rivian.com, and I'll put you in contact with one of our advisors here that you'll love. It'll be super low pressure. They'll give you all the info, all that stuff.
Fairlease is now getting mad at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, once again, go there first. Fairlease.org. Look around. The second thing is if you are in Dallas or Austin and have a nonprofit that needs space for an event, we've got 10,000 square feet of space here, about 4,000 in Dallas. Use that same email, stuhill@rivian.com. Shoot me a note. Would love to host you guys. Not just podcasts, but yeah, if you have a nonprofit that needs space, we'd love to host you guys at our spaces as well. And then I think
they got the view of the river here, the view of downtown, that roof, ideal.
I feel like there's at least a small chance that we need that to happen because he went to his bosses and was like, we'll do a bunch of stuff in there. Like it'll be like charity stuff. I don't know, maybe something like a podcast.
That's the most accurate thing.
And now it's just us over and over. Like, is there anything redeeming about letting us?
No events. Stu.
How come they don't let you ride a scooter across the bridge?
Oh, I don't know. I don't touch those scooters, man. You're crazy if you're touching those scooters.
All right.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Will you finally respect me? Because I know you like him.
No, I don't. I don't respect Stu right now.
Pass that to Clayton. This is for Dan.
He's got the Jake mind virus. Wait. What's for what?
That's Clayton right there. That goes
This is
over
Clayton?
more.
All right.
That's for Dan.
All right.
That's Blake right
We
there.
like things for Dan.
And then Jake, that's you. So there's you guys can take a look in there. There's please get in the mic. A T-shirt. I know you guys love your T-shirts. Got you guys a T-shirt. There's also a kids book in there. This is another plug for me. My wife illustrated that book, Maybe in the Gravy.
Okay.
It's a kid's book. You can check it out on Amazon. That's Maybe in the Gravy. Dan, they're all signed by the artist, my wife. And Dan, I got you one. The signature is for Colton, which is Brandon Aubrey's kid. So I figured if you needed an excuse to text Brandon Aubrey.
Damn,
No, just
I'm never going to catch up.
Just drop in.
Yeah,
and say you got something for him.
you know where his house is, so you can just
That's
drop
right.
by and say hello and scare his wife.
Well, the thing is that he'd be actually very happy to see me and happy that you thought of him as well. These guys are just jealous that they don't have a very famous friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
But no, that's the end of my bits. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you, man.
Dude,
Thanks for the food.
Thank you.
Food?
And Lone Star.
All right, let's all hear it for Stu.
Love you, Austin.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Dum 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 wah 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 wah.
Well, I love you, Dumb Zone, for all you give to me. Sports and comedy.
What happened?
It's a win, you see.
When you see
4 episodes a week. Let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies. It's time to get more subbies. Now come into a sock. Blake's talking Argyle, that's for sure a lot. Arrowhead water, always kept in stock. Saving all his earnings, hoping Lindsey Sterling gives him a heart to Jake has got a story. Maybe it's a camp spin. It's the only news you need. Yeah, he's got a cat now. It cost more than my car. Wow, he's the champion of sobriety now. Dan's mic keeps moving, think he has a cough. Now his wife's at book club, so tonight it's jackets off. Gets an order in at Eatsy's from the salmon trough. Put it on a burger or a nice pilaf. Yeah. Is bumping, there's something always barking. It's probably Bodie. The show keeps getting better. They need subs now more than ever. It only costs you $9.60. Zone for all you give to me. Sports and comedy, it's a win, you see. 4 episodes a week, let's get our boys out of poverty. So go and grab your buddies, it's time to get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies. So let's get more subbies.